phone about to die anyways. All right, 6:30 already? Fam, we late. All right, let's do this. Yo, Stick This Podcast, episode 233. George Gregg back in the building. We appreciate everybody who likes, subscribes, share this podcast. We appreciate everybody who interacts with us, DM, participates in listener suggestions. Remember, you can go on thisthink.com and submit any suggestions or top 10 ideas or whatever you might want to do for us to be a topic on this show. George, you're not coming next week, right? Might have an episode next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, open casting call.
Oh, no, it depends. I'm going to tell you. I might and I might not. Because I'm going to tell you, they need to respond to my email first. So
Who was they?
The studio. So I sent it to him. I said, yo, y'all get my email? And he was like, I said, well, who are you? He said, I'm the manager. I said, you get my email?
The one who normally comes here? Or
No, it's a different guy. And he was like, oh, no, what'd you send it to? And I told him, I said, it bounced back a few times. Oh, so he texted me his personal one. I said, good. I said, I got stuff to talk about because, might be some changes to the it might not be one. All right. But like I said, I appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe to this podcast. Clearly what you
good
doing?
This might be worse, honestly.
That's better now?
I don't know. I can't tell.
All right. Do we got something podcast over?
Nope. We've got some mood lighting in the
all right. But I will tell everybody, a lot of people, hit me up this weekend because I did have quite the adventure, fam. All right. I know that was your neck of the woods because you used to go to college out there. So I don't know how often you stayed there during those winters like that. Or
you lived there.
Oh, okay. I thought I know a lot of people that go there.
The winter. I mean.
Oh, it is, huh? I guess so.
You only leave for them between semesters.
In my mind, I thought they must go back down to Phoenix or wherever for this.
Fam, I told you I lived on the street that was on a hill, and it was one of the worst decisions I ever made in my entire life because I didn't visit the apartments before I chose to live there. And when you choose to live somewhere, it's like in August or whatever.
Yeah.
So it don't snow. Fam, I seen the actual snow plow spinning down the street.
Let me tell you something. I always say this too. It's amazing, just the world itself. We live on Earth. I understand that. But, every time we go to California, I always say to my wife, I say, it's so crazy that, we'll leave here. It'd be 120 here. You drive 6 hours to California, and you need a jacket at night. That's how just amazing it is. We left here, it was about 63. We drove an hour and a half in a direction and turned into 16 degrees. It's crazy. So, I hadn't been in a snowstorm since I was probably 8 in Oregon. I'm driving, and look, this conversation is for the fathers and the husbands and a little bit for the wives and girlfriends, because I feel like a lot of the men are the exact same way as I was thinking. So we're driving, and when you're driving that direction, when you're going to the snow, you start seeing patches on the side of the road, oh, we're getting closer. Then it was snow on the ground. Fam, I'm talking visibility gone, gone. All you can see is tail lights. And I was barely see tail lights. Bruh, I need to concentrate. The concentration level, first of all, when you drive just anywhere, when I drive long distances, I got to concentrate because I hate the way cars be so close to each other driving because they all be driving fast. I'm as soon as somebody slams their brakes, they're going to crash into each other. I've never seen it happen before, but that's a paranoia of mine. Fam, my daughter, I guess, fam literally had a meltdown, a panic attack because the snow was falling from the sky. I couldn't see in front of me, cars braking.
She looking out the front windshield or she looking out the window? She's looking
out the side window. Oh. Plus, she can just feel us in the car panicked. Rocio got the cell phone in my face trying to take IG videos and stuff of me and stuff like that. Snow falling. The snow is stacking on the windshield while it's wiping. I'm fam, what is happening? Cortez is literally in the back of the car. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. He was we're gonna die. What if we die? What if we die right now or we're all dead? I said, Cortez, no joke. I said, if you say die one more time, I'm gonna whoop your butt. He was well, we're gonna get murdered then. And I said, fam. He said, I didn't say die. I said, dude, I gotta concentrate. I'm looking cars, the exits. So you couldn't even see your exit sign. We were looking at the phone okay, it's coming up. I'm trying to get off on Munns Park. The exit before it, no car had went down it. Like the snow was piled. Like no car had made any tracks down it. I got to mine, it was all fresh snow. Like not a car had got off on my stop yet. The car I was behind, me and this car were the only two that were getting off on there. I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm in sheer, like, not panic, but like, I'm just trying to concentrate, telling everybody to shut up. My daughter is screaming her head off. I'm talking like crying. She wants out. Like she wants out the car. Rocio is just like, on the phone, IG, trying to take videos and like all this stuff. I'm like, oh my, get this out of my face, huh? So I'm like, do I need to concentrate? Like you just don't understand. There's a father and a husband trying to, like, my whole world is in the car. Oscar's in the car thank God Oscar came with us, though, because he usually goes with his aunt. It's like her whole family. We all go up there. He usually go with his aunt, like drive separately because he can never get himself ready and wants to go later than everybody else. But he went with us. If it wasn't for Oscar coming to help me out, it would have been mad trouble because Oscar is built like an MMA fighter now. So like, I'm gonna tell you this: we get off the freeway exit, right? I mean, the car's already like slide. Like I'm like, oh my God, like I made a right turn, felt like I'm about to do a 360. I'm like, dude, this is nuts. Cars in front of us were already like, forget this, pulled over to the side of the road, lights on. So I'm like, all right, I just got to get up 2 hills. I'm talking driving, we're like 2 minutes away. Like I'm talking, we're that close. Driving. Fam, we make the first right on, I think it's called Oak, I don't know what street it was, Frontier, whatever the street was. We make the first left, sorry. Fam, I'm talking cars just sliding down backwards at me. Like I'm talking spinning, like hitting the brakes, skidding. All the locals are coming out their houses to watch. They all like this, like, yeah. It's just so an ordeal. My daughter is screaming to get out of her seatbelt. Rocio doesn't know to jump in the back seat with her or just bring her to the front. And I'm just like, dude, Rocio's like, oh, well, that's it, we'll walk. I'm like, well, you gonna put the toddler, the 4-year-old in your back and the 8-year, what are you talking about? We just walk. Oh, just got the car and walk up the hill because the house is right here. I know where the house is at. I'm trying to get as close as I can to the house. And dude, we're the only cabin that is, once you get to the hill, 3 hills. It's the incline to the cabin is ridiculous. I'm talking, I've almost slid down that driveway just on a dry, sunny day, okay? Fam, we're driving and cars are literally coming at us backwards. All the locals outside like, yeah, yeah, look, what you're gonna do is, don't touch the brakes. Don't hit the, So I'm like trying to just like, I just gotta get up this one hill. Then maybe if I cut it super quick, I'm talking Escalades. I'm talking things that like, I didn't even think would sliding backwards. And then, of course, the locals, they drive 4x4 military Jeeps and tanks, and we see snowmobiles dipping. I'm like, okay, yes, we get it. So they're just literally riding by us laughing. They're laughing like these tourists, like rear-wheel drive. I only got rear-wheel drive on the Durango. All right? I don't got 4x4. I ain't paying for that. Now, I paid all-wheel drive price for it because I had to roll that Jaguar cost into it, but anyway. So literally cars are coming at us backwards, spinning, brakes, ice, everything is sliding towards me. And I'm like, fam, they're gonna just crash into me because no one can stop. Like they're like veering off, they're just barely missing me. I'm like, finally, no joke. So then this guy, a local, he comes out of his house, he walks out and he's like this, he's like, yeah, you gotta get a running start. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means in a car. So then she's like, well, what do I do? Do I get the baby out? I'm like, oh my gosh. She's just like, well, let's just walk. And I'm like, I don't know protocol of a snowstorm and walk. Like, it's still snowing, so the windshield is, inside is our breath from breathing hard and panic. The windshield is covered in snow. The wipers are going. The car, you could just feel it struggling. Like the car, I had never seen nothing like that. The Durango had a rough weekend. So I'm like, okay, cool. All the cars had slid down the hill. About 6-7 cars. Backwards, fell in ditch, slid off. So I'm like, oh, this is my time. Like, it was open. So I was like, hit the gas, like, zoom, got up the hill mad quick. Where I was like, oh, shit, I made it. I got brand new tires and everything just for this. Got up the hill. Now I need to make a quick right, get up the hill again. I made a quick right, like, yeah, like that. Hit the hill, I said an Escalade on the side and the ditch, the sad. I was like, it shook me. I was like, the Escalade didn't make it. She was like, just keep going. I hit the gas. I was like, Durango was struggling, B. hit this patch, like stuck, man, stuck there forever, like just going like this, just swimming backwards. I'm like, I hit the brake. I put the car in park before even hitting the brake. I didn't know what to do. I would panic. Like I just started flipping everything. When I started hitting emergency signals, I'm flipping stuff. The baby is screaming her head off. I'm talking. I've never seen her act like that. We didn't know. We've never seen her act like that. So we were like, okay, she must be having like a little anxiety panic attack. I mean, the snow is falling, B. The cars are falling. There's more cars up the hill falling back towards me. I look in the rearview mirror, cars behind me falling. And then there's cars behind me thinking like, I got this. Then now they falling backwards and spinning. Then here come some locals, B. You know, they come up with their 4x4s and shovels. They just start chipping at the ground. They just start shoveling the ice. They got buckets of like bird seed and sod. They like throwing it at the tires, right? Throwing it at the tires. And they like, yeah, this is crazy, you know? Yeah, you got to get a 4x4. Get a Chevy. They, hitting you all that local talk. Nice people, huh? So I'm like, all right, well, Rocio's like, let's get the car and walk. And I said, Rocio, I know where the cabin's at. Like, this is a real snowstorm. Like, you can't see nothing. She's like, well, look, me and the baby, we'll walk out the thing. I'm like, you and the baby just gonna hop out the car? I don't know protocol here. I don't know if you could just be like, well, see you guys, park and walk off. I don't know if you can do that here. Like, we're not on a flat ground. We're not like near an open field. We're not somewhere. This is one of the main roads to get to everybody's house. I just can't be like, and park my car and be like, leave. So then it got to the point to where it was like, okay, well, there's about 9 of us stuck. None of us are going anywhere. You guys can try all you want. We're stuck. So I said, all right, go ahead. So Rocio got the car with the baby. She went to the cabin, right? Walking up the hill. Couldn't even see her walking up the hill. It was so much snow falling. She left. Then I said, shoot. So then Oscar was like, all right, look. Oh, no. She took Cortez with her. But then the baby was sitting in the front seat with me. I'm talking like, I thought she was about to like start hyperventilating. So then I said, Oscar, just take the baby, take her up there to the cabin, whatever. I just figured it out. So Oscar took her out the car, walked through the snow, took the baby to the cabin. And I'm like, all right, let me just like chill for a minute. In my mind, I'm thinking, maybe the car will like somehow shimmy itself out of it. I don't know. Like I'm turning the wheel. I'm doing like everything I thought, Gran Turismo. And I'm playing a video game. I'm like this. I'm doing all that stuff. I'm thinking like, maybe I should watch YouTube how to get out the snow. I'm doing all this crazy stuff in the car. I'm like, I'm doing all this. I'm just in one spot going like this. I'm in the gas light, hitting the brake light. I think I'm hydroplaning. I'm just doing all this crazy stuff. And this man was like, he was like this. I was like, nah. I was like, all right. So I just put it in park. Parked it, hit the brake, turned the wheel, left it there, and I got the car. I was like, that's it, take the suitcase. I took the suitcase out, going up the mountain. I'm talking up a hill, all right? And the wheels are useless in snow because I'm just building a pile of snow with the suitcase. I'm just dragging it through the snow. I mean, it's in my beard. I'm like, I'm like this. This. I'm like, I'm sick of this stuff. The kids screaming, wife getting on my nerves. I'm like, car was out of control. I'm going up the hill. Oscar had like a bag, and Oscar had a box of food. Then I go back down the hill, get another box of food, go back up the hill, back down the hill, get the kids' suitcases, back up the hill, back down the hill, get this other stuff. So I'm going back up and down about 6 times, right? Me and Oscar. Then finally, so let me tell you about this right now. I didn't engage with this dude because it could have turned into a knife fight, all right? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm about to stab this dude, right? So me and Oscar were walking. We don't know protocol and stuff like this. So we're walking, but we're just walking because nobody could get up the hill. So it's like, well, ain't nobody coming, so we just walking in the street. All of a sudden, this like Yukon comes through with like, I'm no joke, he had about 5 dogs, like 5 Dobermans in the back, windows down. I'm like, y'all snowing, right? Dogs hang out the window like this. He just comes like barreling up the hill. I'm talking like, and Oscar was like, oh shoot, and got in the way, and it made him slow down. As soon as he slowed down, he started falling backwards. And he yelled something out the window, but I wasn't sure if he was talking to us. I was just like, whatever. We went back up the hill, right? So then we came back down, and I walked past him and this other dude trying to dig his car out because he ended up falling back into a ditch. And he starts talking like, yeah, they was locals don't know what they doing getting in my way. And I was like, I feel like he talking about us, right? But I was like, I'm gonna ignore it, right? I'm gonna just ignore it. Went down, got another suitcase, back up the hill, came back. Then I came back down again. As soon as I walked by again, he's like, you're idiots, get in my way, dumb it. Like he starts all that stuff. Like, and he's like loud for me to hear it. And I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for that today. Like, because he's in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. Somebody could die out here if you, that's why I don't talk to strangers, because He shouldn't talk to me because he don't know my mood. I did have a knife on me too because I was like, right in his stomach if I felt like it. I knew he had something because he looked like he was from the woods. He was wearing basketball shorts and he had like 6 dogs with him. So I was like, man, forget this, right? So then I go back down, get the last thing, go back up the hill. I come down back. The sun is down now. Like it's dark now almost. That's how long we got there at about 4, maybe 3:30.
Damn, how many times did you walk back and forth?
6 to 8, maybe 9 times.
And how long did it take?
Oh, it took about an hour and a half. I remember
to walk one time.
Once up the hill about with the suitcase about 8 minutes and back down maybe 4 without something. Like it was just you couldn't see. And I was wearing boat shoes. I wasn't even wearing Timbs or boots. I had to go back to the car. My foot is full of snow. I had to go back to the car, put the Nike Goa Domes on. Once I put the Goa Domes on, oh, it was good. I was like this. Ooh, up the hill. I came back down. The car was backwards like this. This inch from the Durango, right? I was like, this cat and then crashed into the Durango. But nah, he was stuck too, just doing 360s. We were just doing 360s. So then the men, these 2 guys, locals, nicest guys ever. Though. I wish they would have took my offer for like, I was like, man, I'll buy whatever y'all want at this shop. It was a local little gas station. The dude dug his car out, went down there, dug another car out. Then he was like, all right, let's get yours out, right? Then he dug mine out. And then he was like, all right, look what you're going to do with it. I'm in sheer ice. Like, I'm just skiing in the whip now. Like, there's no point to have wheels. So then he was like, look, I'm gonna spin you around. So like we would spin, like he would just like hit the gas down. He was pushing it, throwing bird seed and dirt on the ground, that chisel in the ground, a little pickaxe. He was doing everything. And I was like, oh man, this is crazy. So then he spun me around. He was like, all right, don't touch the brakes at all. Just coast. And I'm like, man, what? I'm just like this, just sitting there, not doing nothing. Just holding still. Just like this. I'm going down this hill. I'm talking blazing, but the wheels ain't moving. I'm just sliding down there. I'm just sliding. Fam, the whip was sliding like, I can't even describe it. It was like I was in a sled. And I was like, oh, should I cut this corner? He was like, don't hit the brake. If you hit the brake, you gotta, he's like, touch it lightly. I touched it lightly, cut the corner, down another hill. I was like, turn the wheel. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm about to cry. These people were trying to put their tire chains on. Got to the bottom of the hill. I had to park to the Durango at an abandoned gas station, right? Literally, it was a Tesla came through. Man, this Tesla hit that mountain like a dirt bike. It was up the mountain, went straight to the penthouse. For him, I had to park the Durango at an abandoned gas station. Under this thing, Durango was sad. No, the battery light came on. Battery was like low voltage. It was struggling. Dude, I had every single power thing you could think of on Durango. Rear window, frost defrost, front defrost. Power windows was acting weird. They was literally the windows were going like this. Durango was like.
Yes, he had Rona.
The Durango had like 24-hour Rona. So then I was like, well, I got to park it down here. But it was still a blizzard. Like, I was like, well, I got to walk up the hill. So Rocio's calling. She's like, well, what are you going to do? It's dark. I'm like, man, I got to walk back. What do you want me to do? Fam,
when did it stop snowing? The next day?
Probably like around midnight, maybe. So we called our sister-in-laws. I'm like, yo, y'all might want to chill for a minute. But they all got 4x4s, so they came busting through. It was good. But I parked at the abandoned gas station. I mean, about 15 cars there. Me, some other Dodges, some other Buicks. There were like 3 Challengers. Like, it was a parking lot full of cars. Sad. Like, just sitting there sad. This dude, man, like I said, God bless this man. A dude named James came down in a Chevy. I'm talking, he came down the mountain like a hero to like, boom.
Yes,
he was like, hop in. Man, about 5 of us just hopped in with this stranger. He was like, let me go to the gas station first and get a drink. I was like, fam, you could get beer, cigarettes, whatever, anything on me, all right? He was like, nah, you know, I believe in karma, man. I believe in karma. He was like, I work for CenturyLink. I believe in karma. I said, all right, cool, man. I said, sure, man, anything you want. Then we go in the gas station. One of the people he dug out was the employee of the gas station. The employee of the gas station was like, fam, you can get anything and you want in this. Like, fam, that man dug out, no joke, about 9 of us by himself. Birdseed and a shovel and all this. We hopped in the car. We made about 7 stops. Like, I got out, helped another person with his luggage, took it to his cabin, got back in. Man, God bless that man, though. But let me tell you something, though. Like, I love my wife to death, though. But you know how Rocio is. Rocio was like, let's just hop out the car and walk. I'm like, I don't know protocol of leaving a car here. The snow was falling. Get to the cabin, the heat don't work in one of the sides of the cabin. Like the furnace went out in the guest house, so it was like, dude, this is a disaster. Dude. The trip was fun. It was fun, but it was so much work. Though. Like I said, man, I'm lucky to be here. Though. I'm lucky. You think I'm lucky to be here? I fell a bunch of times in the ice.
Oh, I believe that.
It's a nightmare. I'll never want to relive it again. I'll never do it again, B.
Never want to relive it.
I made it back. I made it back.
Damn, that
it was
video
a blessing.
was one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my entire life. And I didn't even see it till it was already up for like 45 minutes or an hour. And I was going to the gym, and I just was like, all right, what's on Instagram? Fam, I've never laughed that loud in my entire life.
I was going to post more because...
And the comments were hilarious, too.
It was out of control, though. Just thinking back to it, nightmares, B. I drove home. Even once we got back to, like, non-snow weather driving, I was too nervous to drive. Like, everything on the road looked like ice to me now. I mean, I'm already back in Anthem, and I'm still like this. Like, I'm driving slow. I mean, and then, like, a snowplow did come through eventually, but, like, the next day, right? So then the next day, I went back down the hill to go get my car. I was like, well, I'm going to make the walk. Put the big old jacket on, went to the gas station. The Durango sitting there, piled, sad, snow on his roof. My trunk don't work no more because I had to open the trunk, and there was so much snow in the trunk that it messed up the bar. So now I got to hold the trunk open. The trunk is weak. I'm going to tell you something. Durango, oh no, B.
All you got to do is buy new shocks or whatever they call them. That's it.
Damn, I should have bought the Demon Hellcat Durango because this one wasn't cutting it.
Something I realized over the weekend was people just, if you buy a Dodge, you drive fast. I mean, that's literally everyone who owns a Dodge drive. Fam, I seen the other day when I was following
performance.
What's the Charger? Maybe a Charger, and it had like regular. It had like stock wheels, stock everything, and it sounded like NASCAR
performance.
It was the loudest car, fam. It was it was like a family driving it, huh? And they were trying to drive super fast. I was like, "What? Y'all driving a car like directly off the lot?"
Dodge make you feel that way, B? I thought the Durango had me. I thought he had me. Now on the regular streets, he always got me. But man, I went back down that hill the next morning to try to bring it back up. Got it up the hill, B. We had a long conversation. It apologized. We good. So I brought it back up the hill. He cracked a few jokes.
They didn't put the cinders down overnight or in the morning? Or?
They put some stuff on the ground, and, the plow came through. Oh, no, because once it was stuck, not a park ranger, but like a trooper came through and was like, look, man, you leave this car here, I'm giving you a $500 fine right off the bat. Like,
to who?
To me, because I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm leaving it here overnight. He was like, no. Once the plow comes through all that stuff, you leave this here, it's going to be $500 fine. He said, I guarantee you leave your car here, somebody's going to crash into it. One, because no one's done slipping down the hill tonight. And I said, oh my God. So that's why I took it to the gas station. Went back to the gas station, brought the car home, but I still couldn't get the driveway. The driveway is like almost straight up. So it was like, well, I got to park at the bottom of the driveway the entire trip. So the car was just on the bottom of the driveway the entire trip. And it wouldn't even be worth the risk to try to get up there because the driveway was sheer ice. I had to put on spikes on my shoes to get up the hill. It was out of control.
Yes, and you ran the 200 meters.
It was out of control, though. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a natural disaster person. Like, if the power goes out in the house, I'm like, yo, let's hop in the car and go to Target. Like, I can't handle thunder and stuff like that. I'm not scared of it. If it flooded like you see like in the news, or tornadoes or hurricanes, I'm useless. Like, now ninjas or samurais breaking the house, I'm fighting everybody, though. But a hurricane, every man for himself.
Mother Nature. Mother Nature.
You been in a hurricane or a tornado or anything?
I've been in plenty of earthquakes. I don't know about.
That's not bad.
I mean,
I've been in some bad ones in California.
Depends who you ask.
It depends on where you are. Well, it depends on what year you talking.
Fam, I've been in over 7.0.
Oh yeah, I've been in so many earthquakes. It's not even funny in California. I tell everybody, like in California in school, we had a day just specifically on learning what to do on earthquakes. But yeah, no, natural disasters, weather stuff, I can't handle. Like, I'm useless. Like, it's literally every man for himself. When the lightning strikes and the power goes out, I'm like, yo, let's get in the car and go to the mall. Let's go to Target. I feel safer at Target. These are facts. A burglar break in, they can have machine guns, so I'm ready for war. But a hurricane come right down the street, nope. In the corner, in the fetal position, B. Facts. Anyways, that was my story. I feel like it was accurately portrayed too. Rocio might tell it a different way because she was in the cabin warm while me and Oscar was trekking up and down the hill, but it was wild. Any pickups, B?
I mean, I don't think even shoes even come out. I don't think anything came out.
Nothing has to come out to buy something.
I mean, I'm not checking for old stuff right now. I mean,
why not? You ain't checking for new stuff either.
Ain't new stuff not coming out. Fam, the only thing that came out, and I didn't even realize it, was those 9s. Who cares about those?
That's how they came out. I did get Ultra Boost 21 from The Plug. Shout out to The Plug. I told him to hit you up. He said you didn't want them.
He did, but yeah.
You tripping. That's the price.
Yeah, but I have too many shoes already I'm not wearing. I'm not buying another pair of shoes just to buy for the.
Like we ain't never did that before.
Yeah, but that's the stuff we used to make fun of simple. You just buying it because it's $50 or whatever. I ain't doing that no more.
That's a little different. I'd wear
the shoes I have on my feet right now came from the same person and were the the same reason. I was like, oh, hey, let me try that model. It's half off.
But you're wearing it.
I ain't doing that no more.
And you wore them quite a few often.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that I have too much stuff already. Like, why put another thing in there?
You copped that hat.
Yeah, but I got places I can put hats, and I mean, people can see it on the show, so it's like it's better than a new pair of shoes.
You could have unboxed it. I can't wait for them to come.
Yes,
I can't wait for the Ultra Boost to come in because I do want to try them on. I do like them, and I'm glad I was able to get them for the price. Shout out to The Plug. I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want nobody else hitting them up and bothering him for it. But he know who he is. He just texted me and said they will be delivered on Thursday, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I mean they definitely don't suck, but
whack. What else come out this week?
Too much stuff going on. I got a trip coming up. Man, I ain't spending no money on the Ultra Boost. So.
You always got a trip coming up. I'm sure you got like 6 more
Not
planned.
during Rona.
Okay. I think you was on a trip. You went on a trip last year in the height of it.
Oh, for Hannah's cousin's wedding. I mean, it's a wedding. I mean, probably what you could say is why people get married in a Rona, but
man, love is love.
Yes.
What come out this week, B?
Probably nothing again.
Nah, there's a lot of stuff that come out this week.
I don't think so.
Nah, those ones come out that you said suck and you tripping. Them human race cream joints.
Pink Dunk High times Ambush.
You copping?
I put it in a raffle, but I'm pretty sure I lost.
Oh, what, end?
Who else Undefeated, raffles? I think.
Oh.
Cardi B collab.
With who?
I mean, Reebok, I think.
Oh, no,
right?
she's a signed person.
I mean, you could have worn those in Flagstaff, in the snow.
Fam, what's up with those, man?
Oh, I did cop a anorak.
What is that? Oh, a jacket?
Jacket. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
What is that?
Is that what it's called? Anorak?
What else would it be?
Maybe.
Anorak? I don't know.
I mean, I have one. I wore one here.
Anorak. I mean, I would have taken. I
love those jackets.
It to Flagstaff. No,
I had to take the Canadian Goose, B.
I mean, you still wear a sweatshirt under an anorak or whatever, but you.
Nah, fam. Yeah. I needed I don't got a Canada Goose. I got like a Detroit chicken, but you know,
them joints ain't waterproof, are they? The one I got is a waterproof.
The jacket I wore, this joint, it might be fireproof. All right,
Yes.
My jacket is. I'm talking. Is the one.
You got it from NYFD.
Thank God I brought that jacket. I almost brought something like a denim jacket. I almost brought some stupid stuff. Fam, it was 16 degrees at night. It was 9. All right, in the day it was 38. Okay,
that's not cold.
9 degrees ain't cold?
You said in the day it was 38. That's
Fam,
not cold.
In the day, no, that's fine. I'm cool with 38. But at night, 9 and 16?
You're inside a house. You're not sleeping outside. Now, if you say
outside doing things.
Fam, I slept outside in Flagstaff before in a tent in wintertime.
That was stupid.
I mean,
what were you, stranded?
Blankets. No, it was part of someone's bastard thing. That's what they wanted to do.
Oh, my God. I thought you were about to say
go in the middle of the forest and, roast a pig and, have a party. It actually was tight. He had a full band set up out there. I don't know what they plugged it into. Maybe a generator.
Y'all be having real bachelor parties and stuff like television.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
My bachelor party was a house party.
But it was up there. It was a Flagstaff.
And then Rocio came through and ruined it. Save that party for another one. That's a factual story. Rocio came to my bachelor party She came through faded, slapping everybody. My friends was like, yo, I love your wife. I love your girl. She cool. But she just slapped me in my face. She came through wilding, trying to fight everybody. I had to leave my own bachelor party. Everybody was telling me how cracking my party was. I had to take my wife to my friend's house, Said's house, and we stayed the night at Said's house. And everybody was like, yo, you left your own party. Wild night. It was about 250 Jack in the Box tacos on the table. It was a good night, man. Go to Jack in the Box and ask for about 200 tacos, and they'd be like, we only got 50,
I've done the exact same thing.
Oh,
we spent $150 at Jack in the Box on $1 items.
That's the best.
It was the dumbest thing we've ever done in our entire life.
Drunk?
I wish I had a picture. Oh, of course.
Come on, that's the best.
I wish I had a picture of the table because it was another bachelor party. It was in Tucson. And Jack in the Box actually closed at like 3 a.m. I'm like, I never heard of Jack in the Box closing. It's 24 hours, right? She was like, no, we're closing. I started ordering. She was like, are you serious? I said, yes. It was like 15 of us in a
she put an OT.
The man from the resort came to pick us up. And like, he was like, I'm out of my zone. I'm out of my jurisdiction. Don't get me in trouble. I was like, man, we ain't gonna get you in trouble. Just go pick us up. This is before Ubers and stuff. Jack in the Box was like across the street. We're like, let's go to the drive-thru. She was like, no, we're closed. I said, fam, I mean, what's up, man? It was like $2.58 or something. They probably spit in all the food, I would assume. But, I mean, if that's a real thing.
That's already horse meat anyways.
It was $150, like, all the dollar items. Chicken. This was when chicken sandwich and Jumbo Jacks were $1. But
they still got something like that on there?
No, fam, everything more expensive now. It was two tacos for $1.
Egg rolls.
Somebody ordered egg rolls, but everyone in the car was laughing at them. They were like, fam, you can't just eat the food we already got. You got to get something on top of it.
Chicken strips. They're not a $1 menu. Oh, well,
chicken sandwich, Jumbo Jack, and 2 tacos. And we got back to the resort. There was one person who didn't go out, who was asleep on the couch in like we had a suite in the main room. We just went and dumped all the food on the table in front of him, and he woke up like this, and it was like a mountain of Jack in the Box in front of him.
That's how it was, man. It was only tacos though. Now I did get drunk, go to a casino with my in-laws a while ago, and we did buy a lot of Jack in the Box and egg rolls and all that stuff. Stuff was good, B. I want some now. Some Jack in the Box. I mean, I don't know what the meat is. I remember in LA when that one Jack in the Box got in trouble for using horse meat. That was a long time ago. Huh?
That ain't real.
That was 100% real. I remember they got in trouble. That was on the news.
Yeah, that ain't real.
That was 100% real. That Jack in the Box was serving horse meat in the tacos.
It's not like horse
real.
Would be like cheaper than cow.
Fam, I don't know why they were doing it, but it was factual. I think probably can still look that up.
That's fake.
I remember Jack did an interview. He was like,
yes, with the head on.
Oops.
The expressions changed on his face.
He said, oops. What else come out this week?
Hardened, Future Natural, Volume 5.
Fire, $90 on GOAT.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at. Jordan 5. What is it? Anthracite? Is that
Anthracite and somebody. Only people that live in Pennsylvania know what it is. Because don't they mine for it out there?
I don't know if they mine for it. It might be in the mine.
I remember this cat was like, I've never heard anybody call it that. It's anthracite or something. I was like, fam, what are you from? Pittsburgh. Like, okay, you're a coal miner. I get it. I bend my bills now as much as I can, too.
All right.
I'm in the game.
Yes, you learn that in Flagstaff.
I didn't do that.
You learn it from the local.
Yeah, so you protect your eyes from the snow. I was like, this. Like that,
Fam, you acting like the snow was like the worst part of the thing. The worst part was that you couldn't drive up the hill.
Yeah, it was all of it. It was a combination.
Just walking in the snow and having snow hit your face ain't bad.
It ain't bad, but if you carrying like a bunch of food and suitcases, it's bad. That sucks. That suitcase probably way more than me.
That video was a funny, fam. It looked like sunken treasure. That bag was covered in snow.
Fam, that suitcase weighed probably extra 8 pounds from snow by the time I got on top of the hill.
Funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And now the wheels on it are rusty. Because the joints are wet.
Rusty wheels.
Throwing that junk right in the trash. The suitcase is ruined.
Of course it is. See how much snow's on it?
I'm going to get me, what them joints called? Toomey? I'm getting that good stuff this time.
Nah, you need to get that one. They got a 2-pack.
At Costco, them shell case?
No, not that. Oh, Costco, yeah, but it's Samsonite. The 2-pack.
Oh, yeah.
Normally it's $160. Right now it's $100.
But I overpack. I need them joints to stretch.
Fam, one of them is as big as this room, and the other one is the like medium-sized one. You'll be fine. Jordan 12 Super Bowl low.
You copping?
Nope.
You keeping?
I might buy it a flip if it's a flipper.
It was funny. I was like, what's the Super Bowl 12 this low got to do with anything? But I guess Warren Sapp had wore a PE of a Jordan 12 low when they were in the Super Bowl. So, okay.
Sounds about right.
That makes sense.
That's not a reason to make a new shoe for Warren Sapp, but sure. That looks like that's it.
There's a little bit more. Valentine's Day Air Force Ones come out. They misfire.
Yeah, I see it here, but normally I would say something like that, and you would be
no. You would say something like Cardi B Reebok hiking boots. That's what you just said.
It's a celebrity collab. What do you want from me?
Now, come on, LeBron James lows come out. You don't like those?
Those aren't even on this list.
They on there. The Fireberries. They cool.
They ain't on that list.
I think that's about it. You right?
Fireberries.
That's what the car. Maybe you bought maybe you were losing your mind over LeBron. What model was that? Fireberries.
8 or 9, one of them.
It wasn't 9. It was 10. Maybe it was. It wasn't 8. It wasn't 9. It was 10s. Maybe it was. I don't remember what it was. You lost your mind.
And Liverpool.
I remember we almost bought that.
I never bought them though.
What was that one? Yeah, you did. You had Fireberries.
No, I didn't.
Did you have Liverpools?
No.
Fam, yes, you did.
No, I didn't. There's a lot of stuff I say I want or
did like you get the other ones? Remember we was gonna buy that crate of
Cybers? I had a pair of those. Yeah.
Oh, okay, we was gonna buy a full.
They suck.
Fam, we'd still have that full size.
It was too small.
We would have to donate to a local high school, and we'd be heroes.
Yes.
That's when we was really trying to get in the resale game.
Bulk seller.
When somebody be on Twitter like, "Yo, anybody interested in a bulk sale of?" We were about to buy LeBron 10 Cybers 11. I don't know what they were, low tops.
9 lows, I think.
Maybe it was 9 low. It was LeBron.
The same one as the Sprites and that ones that everybody loses their mind for. 9s.
I had Floridians. I remember I bought the orange Floridians when like we were in the mall.
Yeah.
And I had to leave.
Foot Locker released them.
Yeah, but what store were we at originally to get Cat 4s, right?
Some kind of Jordan was coming out.
We were doing something there, and then I had to go get in line to get Floridians at House of Hoops because that was the only place that dropped them. Their Floridians was fire. I sold them for a good amount, but I shouldn't have never sold those. This shoe was fire too. You had them, multiple pairs.
Not the Floridian ones.
You didn't have you didn't have them.
That's Warren Sapp should have worn in the Super Bowl.
Do you have any of those? Do you have any of those LeBrons?
No.
What did you do with all this stuff? There's a lot of sneakers you had. There's
probably.
Do you have any Revises left?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any?
I have every single pair of those. I have every single pair of Roche Runs.
Why aren't you wearing those?
Or whatever. Man, those joints are piled under a stack of boxes.
They're not beat though.
I mean, I'm not digging them out with all the other shoes I got.
You could probably sell some of them Revises.
I doubt it. If you can't sell a Cruise, you can't sell a Revis. Trust me. This says,
guess that's it.
Dunk Eye Dark Russet's coming out, but either in Europe or it's not true. One or the other.
I think it's like.
And then next week, some fire comes out.
A lot of fire. Jay was supposed to come on the podcast this week, but he said he had a meeting. He said he had a meeting. Those come out, and what else come out? It's another one.
The 14 low you want comes out.
Clot Masters, Terracottas.
Clot Masters sounds like a mechanic. Clutch Masters.
Clutch Masters. You used to always take cars.
This is supposed to come out, but I think it got pushed back.
It got pushed back to February, late February, and so did the light blue Jordan 4 got pushed back as well.
You copping?
No, them already came out. Look, them T-Max used to be fire when we was kids. They was fire when we was younger. Don't do that.
Man, if you don't stop.
The problem with them now is that like you'd be ridiculous to pay $130 for those right now. Now you want to, for nostalgia purposes, pay $67.24. Cool, but buying those for $130 now is insane.
$67.24. I can invest in sports cards.
Okay, you need to chill with the sports card stuff. Bro.
Don sold me a bunch. Shout out Don, by the way. Sold me a bunch of stuff for retail, and I opened it today. And got a
started a new thread without me.
Yes. And got a rare, I guess not rare, but more rare than normal, like a Ja Morant parallel. And I sent him the picture, and he was like, F you.
Is it worth anything now?
Yeah, without even being graded, it's like a $125 card.
Dang. Somebody told us in the comments that it's almost impossible to get cards graded at a 10 level.
Right.
I don't know who that is, but...
Talking about YouTube comments?
He had some choice words for you.
We talked about that last week, I think.
No, we didn't. You text me about it. You text me.
Fam, those comments are some of the funniest comments. Yeah, we did. We talked about it last week because the first one was like, love the show, because we talked about him being brand new.
We talked about it on a text message. You text me about it. We didn't talk about it on the podcast. Yeah. Because it was last week's episode, so we couldn't talk about it.
No, it was before that.
Oh, I don't know.
You sure? I'm
the guy that said that you're a fool. He said,
he commented 3 times. The first one was like, love the show, going back and watching all the episodes, starting at episode 100 or whatever.
Okay. Maybe
then the next one was like about cards, and he was like, you know how hard it is to get a 10. Like everything he said was negative, and at the end he was like, good luck, or like, hope you do well, or something like that. And then the last comment was like, you don't know shit about sports. It's like,
that was last week's. That was last week's.
I'm pretty sure we talked
because
about
I commented on today. He said George knows a lot about the NFL, but he don't know. Yeah, that was this week.
I don't think so. I think.
All right, you can look. My phone's dead, but
it literally is 3 comments were like, you guys are the greatest in the world. Be cautious about this. And at the end was like, F you. I was like, hey, how you do that in 3 comments?
That's the real listener, though. Shout out to him.
I used to like read stuff and like reply like angrily or clown people. I don't care no more. No?
I reply with
because
snark and sarcasm and cleverness.
I used to. I don't care anymore because the more people like that show up, it just means like the show's getting bigger. So
I like that.
At some point, I don't care.
I used to tell you that a lot, and you used to be like, I don't care. I just be like, I just be like, yo, God bless. I just keep moving.
No, man, relax. The difference is when you see like 10 comments on it, and then you see like 50 or 60. It's different.
Nike Go FlyEase, fam. You copping?
Nope.
Thoughts?
Those shoes are for handicapped people only.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty. I'll be honest with you. They've been talked about a lot. Like over this weekend, I saw it on every single news platform, BBC, overseas stuff. I saw it on all news platforms about these, and I'm talking like people are like blown away by this. Now, like you said, these are for handicapped people. Yeah, handicapped people and like single parents. Like,
Fam, if anyone who's not handicapped buys those, are like the ultimate in laziness. The ultimate.
See, I feel like sneakerheads are gonna ruin these. Like, if you buy these as a sneakerhead who likes Jordans and all this stuff, just because you want to see and use it and say you have it, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should not want these, all right? Especially if you already you got slides and you got what them things called, not clogs, whatever, the Crocs, you got Birkin. Yeah. If you got stuff like that, knock yourself out. But do not buy these shoes unless you actually need these, all right? It's one thing running around talking about like, lace your shoes yourself, whatever. But now, don't even got to touch them. You just walk in, put your foot in it. Whatever, man. And I'm going to tell you what I watched this week. I've never watched, actually, I watched one time for maybe Gatorade 6s or something. I have never watched a Cousteau video, okay? Like, watched one. Like, I may have, like, skimmed, like, whatever real quick. And I watched one full one before. I think it was Gatorade 6s when I wanted those. And I was like, first of all, one, I don't know. Whatever it is that he's able to, like, get it first. He's, like, the only person with it doing a review, like, right now, as of right now. I want to
probably, like, wear testers.
Oh, yeah, maybe them. I don't watch their stuff either, so...
I mean, I don't know if he gets stuff like that, but he get like basketball. He gets.
So I went on there and watched it. I would tell you, like, we've talked about before. Cousteau is a very safe person. Like, if you're somebody, he's just safe. He's not gonna really give you like a really maximal opinion about anything or whatever. But it was a decent video about it or whatever. But like you said, if you're not handicapped or you got twin babies and you can't put tight shoes and you got time for all that, whatever. Like, I just don't even see the point of anybody owning these. Good idea, good concept. They come out first for like.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea for the
people
person
who need it.
Yeah, for the person that it should be targeted
neglected vets.
The first thing I thought when I saw it is this is the laziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then after that, I realized like, oh yeah, but it's probably for people who can't put their shoes
I will say the price point is too high to me.
I don't even see what the price is.
120, which is modest for Nike when you typically talk about it. But I mean, come on, it should be like $89. Right? Like, I mean, you want it to cost you an arm and a leg.
Probably paying for the R&D, fam.
Okay, but like I said, the shoe is fine. The shoe is whack, but you know it ain't for me.
Oh, it's definitely whack.
So I don't know if you could run it or like do anything. Like I feel like you put it on and you put your foot down and kick really hard, it fly off.
Drive the Durango in snow.
Okay. I know them ain't making up the Durango snow. But anyway. You know what else I saw today, too, and I was going to tell you about? What we were talking about him last week. Nick DiPaola. Remember we talking about him?
One of them works for ESPN.
Nick, him, the ESPN guy. No, ESPN guy. I saw today that they were like, he's getting the new show, and they were writing about it. That would have been one of the most annoying things ever. I'm so sick and tired of people being recycled. Like I feel like he's had a show and sneakers and stuff before. Like ain't nobody getting an opportunity. It feel like nobody knew was gonna ever get an opportunity in anything.
Is there anyone even entertaining in?
That's what I was just like. How did this guy had a show? And I'm not trying to be, actually. I guess I am a bit a hater. I don't care. But it's like Kevin Durant's brand and somebody else's brand called The Boardroom, and they're gonna start a new sneaker show with Nick DiPaola. And I'm like, don't he work for ESPN already? Do stuff like, when do you give somebody else an opportunity? And I'm not talking about us. Anybody. Like. It doesn't matter how hard you may work or do something. It's like coaches. You know, recycle coaches and stuff. It's like, okay, you've done some stuff. You've had your shot at some stuff. It's time for somebody that's entertaining and do something.
Yeah, again, I don't know who's entertaining, has a major platform. I mean,
I saw him on Outside the Lines talking about somebody's new shoe deal. I'm like, man, what is this? Anyways,
I don't think, I mean, obviously, listen, people watch videos on YouTube for different reasons. If I watch a video from any of the shoe tubers who we used to talk about years back, I was watching the video to see what they were going to cop or what shoe they were opening, what shipment they got in. Look what I got today. I'm not watching it because like that person's ultra entertaining. If I want to watch that, I'll just go watch stand up of like Dave Chappelle or something. So a lot of that content that exists on YouTube or even people signed ESPN or whatever else, the content makes itself. Like I don't know how to word it exactly, but like the person is not the reason why. And there are some people who are the opposite in different genres. But in shoes, I can't think of a single. Like Trinidad James is not entertaining, man. I'm sorry. Is he funny to some people? Because he ain't funny to me.
I don't think so, but I don't know, man.
Their whole show is built on like the editor. The editor is the star of the show. Now I know I said that to you a couple of years ago.
Everybody knows that.
But like, yeah, their entire show is built on them being part of Complex and Soul Collector, so they can get whatever guests normally they want, and also the editing, because none of the people on the show is entertaining.
Of course not.
None of the YouTubers, at least of the videos that I watch, I can think of are entertaining.
There are some that I watch, like Bobby Sneakers. Well, shout out to him, Bobby Sneakers. I watch I Am Legend. I'm
not.
Yeah, like, I watch them regularly, RJ Scott, I watch like certain ones all the time that, and maybe not like, I'm not like, whoa, I'm entertained, but like, I like them, like the stuff they say, how they talk about the shoe, how they interact with it, how they like their own lingo. I love that type of stuff.
But you're talking about people I'm talking about people who are like signed to deals.
Oh, yeah. No, but see, that's how I view it stuff as like, that's where, and I'll talk about a little bit, like I was having a conversation with a panel or some stuff about like authentic. Like that's my whole thing about being authentic. Like once you get signed to something like that, I don't know if you could really be authentic. Like I don't know if they'll allow it. Like I'm watching Custo Man. Now I don't know how Custo Man has been throughout the years. Like I couldn't tell you, but I could pretty much look at this one and say, okay, he's probably always been like this. And it's really like strictly, he's not giving you an opinion on nothing. It's like, hey, there's a midsole here. Sole, bottom, this is where it creases. Put your foot in, you got to do this. Like he's just that, good idea. I find it to be this. As long as you can get your foot in at an angle into the shoe and snap it, like it's really informative. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I get it. It's just all right. But I wasn't like,
hit the subscribe button. You're watching it for the shoe though. You're not watching it for him.
Yeah, but I was
my
curious
point.
about him because I've never paid attention to him. Like, all people talk about it all the time, but I've never paid attention to him. Very informative. I listened to that. Remember, Nike had a podcast for like a week or a month, and he did like 15-minute episode, like interviewing like a track star or whoever. And I thought that was the worst thing I ever heard in my life. Like, and that goes back to entertainment. Like, I think we're very entertaining, but like we act like this all the time. So now our wives think we're morons.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a performance show. This is
Right.
just normal
Banter?
normal behavior,
Banter.
I guess.
the word banter.
Oh, you said banter. I think you said behavior. Yeah, this is just normal behavior. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know if, like, the stuff I've been watching on YouTube lately is, and I have no idea who any of the people are. Like, people who go in, like the video says, find sports cards at retail, and they'll go to like Walmart and Target and stuff. So it's basically like a vlog of doing sports
vlogs.
cards. It's like a vlog of doing sports cards instead of sneakers. And then they open the cards up at the end of the video and you see which cards they got. So that
Vlogs are entertaining.
I've been
I
watching-
told Curtis, more vlogs.
I've been watching that lately, but I couldn't tell you the name of a single person. And then I'll watch the card breaks every once in a while where like someone who has a eBay page and sells to buy into to the breaks. I'll watch the breaks to see what cards he hit in all the boxes he opened. And then the other one is like, the kind of crazy one is, I found this thing that's like Korean street food, and they show you how all the food is prepared, but there's no talking or no nothing. Like the only sounds are like the sounds of the kitchen, like cutting, like the knife cutting, and like
That's called something else.
yeah, you thinking ASMR, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like it's literally just like them filming how they cook the food, and it'll be like $2 hamburger Korea. I have no idea how I started watching that, but you know how like the algorithm is like once you watch one, then it suggests all the other stuff for you.
I watch stuff like
what
that
I've been doing.
sometimes, but mainly on Instagram. But like I've been watching a lot of that stuff that like they call like satisfying, or they be like cutting a bar of soap, and I'd be like, ooh,
Yeah.
I wish I had that knife because I cut that bar of soap too.
Yeah, no.
I watched this one. This man made like a bubble, and he made a bubble in the bubble, then a bubble in the bubble, in the bubble, in the bubble, and then he popped it. Fam, he made a big bubble, a bubble in that one.
Like in super slow motion. Or
Yeah,
something?
then he popped it in slow motion. Fam, I had to watch that about 10 times. I was like, ooh. I watched like a hydraulic pump smash things, and he would come down.
Yeah.
I love watching those. I'd be like,
Yeah, because people like knowing like what's inside something or whatever. But some of those channels have like 50 million subscribers
Yeah,
or
they
whatever.
do.
Like I don't understand how you have.
it's entertaining. Watching a hydraulic pump smash a pack of Sour Patch Kids, I was like, yo, look at that.
Oh, the
Smashed.
one that has a lot of followers that I used to watch is like people restore old like knives and
I watch
stuff.
that
Like
too.
stuff would be like super rusted, and they restore it, and they be in a wood shop doing all that.
Damn, I be
But
watching
no
that.
words. Like it's just the
I like
sounds
that.
from like the wood shop.
This dude had found an old Game Boy, and it was buried. It was rusted, buried, and he restored it, fixed it. It was working. The most thrilling 25 minutes I ever watched in my life. He found an old Hot Wheel.
He must have had to solder a
He
new
found
board,
an old
new
Hot
memory
Wheel. Oh, he
board.
was soldering stuff. He was doing everything. You see a little smoke. He was like, fam, that was the most entertaining thing I had ever watched. What else? JD Sports. Actually, I had New Balance 237.
Yeah, I mean, they're out here copping everything. Like
Yeah, but talk about
JD Sports
works.
took that. They really took that like GameStop like stuff to heart. They were like,
Well-
oh, we're not copping stock. We're just gonna cop entire companies.
Okay, so what does that mean then?
What?
When like, first of all, they're a United Kingdom brand, but like,
Right.
what does it mean when like, why would a JD Sports? I consider that like a Finish Line, Foot Locker of Europe, whatever. What do they need a Finish Line and Foot Locker for? Just for the property and the store? Like
They didn't buy Finish Line and Foot Locker, did they?
they already own Finish Line. Sorry, not Foot Locker. They already had Finish Line. They bought.
Oh yeah. That's
Then they
right. That's
bought
from-
Shoe Palace, and then they bought DTLR.
Oh, yeah, DTLR.
What's that called again? Rico told us downtown, and they call like downtown left right something.
Yes, left, right, up, down, BH.
Something. I forgot what he said it was. We was blown away.
DTLR.
We was like, yo. I know we were like, we had no idea.
Maybe it was the other one that he was thinking of.
What was the other one?
Oh, YCMC, Your City, My City, or something like that.
Oh, maybe
That's
was
the one he
too.
was talking
That's
about.
what that means?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing based on what he said.
So what does it mean when a JD Sport? What's the point? What's the benefit of it? Is it?
What do you mean?
Well, like I can
They're trying to make their company bigger, trying to make more money.
So like they just own it, but it's still gonna stay Shoe Palace.
Oh, you mean what
that.
happens? Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, I always looked at companies that like buy other things because I feel like now they get their production factories, they get all this stuff. When you just go buy Foot Locker, you just buying or Finish Line or Shoe Palace, you're just buying the brand. Like they don't make anything. Like it's not like they produce sneakers and now I got their factories and they're sneakers. You just
it's
bought
like any other merger. I mean,
yeah, but what's the point? I know they're gonna make money off of it. I get that, but like, is there any benefit to the customer clientele? Like, it's gonna be like, wow, more sneakers.
I don't think so. I mean, just another business merger. I mean, is there a benefit when like Microsoft tries to buy like Intel or whatever? I mean, I don't know what.
Our computers are faster. Our computer is more powerful, but that's why they do stuff like that.
They do it to take a competitor out. That's what they do.
Well, yeah, but now you own their product to use. Like if you were using a whatever chip, and now you buy Intel, and now you own their processing chips and their factories and their production company, and they build something. Finish Line doesn't make anything, so it's like, well,
It's not a manufacturer,
right?
It's a
So
service.
that's why I understand why manufacturers buy. Like Apple goes and buys.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as like two airlines.
Yeah, but not on their planes
or whatever.
I own their planes. I own their stuff. That's a different thing.
I mean, it's got a lot of like
what does a store who doesn't sell? And they probably sell some JD Sport products, but like, what does a store that specializes in selling other brands' products need another store that specializes in selling other brands' products besides the building? Like to me, if you're not going to change all these Shoe Palaces into JD Sports, what's the play here? Like
maybe they are. Maybe it's a long-term thing or something. I mean, fam, it's money. You're talking about why is one business buying another business so there are fewer competitors. I mean,
and that's just me wanting to know. So I don't know, but
you gotta get JD on.
Yeah, that's Jermaine Dupri.
JD himself.
Jermaine Dupri. I'm so deaf.
What's that? What's the hotel room number?
Well, 112?
Yeah, I could name of the damn group. I could not remember that.
That's the hotel room number.
Man, they make a big deal about that in Atlanta. They make a big deal about that hotel room in Atlanta.
You trying to remember the band? That's the example. The group you trying for the hotel room.
I wasn't trying to remember the band. I was trying to remember the what that.
Hotel.
They make a big deal about that hotel room number in Atlanta. I bet you cats from Atlanta, just wherever hotel they go to, give me room 112. I guarantee.
Of course,
you.
they probably had to get rid of out of hotels. I remember I was reading this thing about hotel room numbers that they don't do, and I can't remember what the other ones were, but like I think like 666 is one of them.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I know about is there's not a 13th floor.
Yeah, there's never. Yeah, right. And then there's other ones like some owner superstition ones, like personal ones they do. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like JD Marriott or whatever it is, and they were talking about. The owner has his own superstition, so there's never going to be a room here stupid. And never that. Why not? I wouldn't.
I mean, 666 makes sense, but that whatever is stupid.
That's stupid. Okay. Did you see the New Balance model, the new one, 237?
Yeah, that's the one I sent you.
Oh, you did?
A long time ago. You talking about
It's a brand new model.
Same company that they collabed with on the other one that sucks?
No. Wait, what?
What's the one they collabed with from Europe that made the
Casablanca?
327? Yeah, you talking about that one, right?
No.
The new model of that.
Wait, that new model was in a 237 that you sent. That one's fire though, but that's not 237. A 237 is like a runner type thing. Either way, I only wanted to talk about it because somebody brought it up to my attention. But New Balance has already had 2 new models this year, and that's fire. To me. And it might be copied. The majority's only $85. $85 for a New Balance. They're on Sneaker News, but $85 for a New Balance is cheap. They're on
Oh yeah, these suck.
What? You're crazy.
Think about the other ones.
You're crazy. And the fact that you like those other Casablanca ones better than the 327s? Them joints is almost identical.
No, they're not. They're way better, though.
They're almost the same. And the ones that you said look like football cleats.
No, they don't.
Okay,
These
they don't?
suck.
Okay.
237s suck.
I'll talk to you. Oh, you know what? Later on, too, we talk about sports. I want to talk to you about them. A couple of them press conferences from coaches, too. Because you laughed at me about when we'll go back. We'll talk about it later. Listener suggestions. So we get a couple. We had a lot of listener suggestions, but I just wanted to bring up, too. There really is not a lot to talk about sneaker-wise this week. I mean, it just really isn't news-wise. But shout out to everybody who sent something to listeners.
327s don't suck. I mean, 237s don't suck, but they suck.
$85. They can't suck. Now, are we going to wait for them to go to $44.50? Sure.
I mean, fam, these kind of suck.
Damn, these look like runners. They look like kill shots.
It looked like what Mr. Rogers put on when he went into the house.
Fam, that's literally us now. We're old.
I don't think so.
What Mr. Rogers put on.
I still got a good at least 40 years before that. No?
You crazy. That I want to die at 89. Maybe 91 now. 89 is good. I think 89 is good enough to live. 89 is good. Listener suggestions, like I said, thesneaktest.com if you have any ideas for a topic or top 10. Shout out to @RGSATS. That might spell something, but I'm awful at these acronym, sneaker, IG names, all this stuff. Shout out to @RGSATS. He asked us, he wanted to know because he said you have talked about storing your sneakers in plastic boxes, and I don't. And he said about tips or whatever, because I get some people ask this before too, like, would we do plastic boxes? And I always say I don't. I say you do. I use boxes. But I did an episode in the closet where I talked about like some sneaker things that I do take care of my sneakers. And I actually brought this real quick because I do hang these in my closet right here. But I used to do the jug things. It's a jug, and they're air moisturizers. Now, let me tell you something. I hang in the closet because my closet, I have to go through the bathroom. So if you take a shower and the steam in there, it goes in the closet. It goes all the way in there. And that stuff, I can feel it in that closet. So I put these in here, and literally they're beads. They're beads, and if you buy the jug things, the small ones, I put about like 4 of these in the closet. It takes the moisture out of the air, and like this bag, the bag on this literally fills up with water. Like you can see the moisture like come out of there, and it feels different. Like it does. So I put those in my closet, take care of my sneakers to add to it. Another thing that I do, which I wanted to say, is I keep the paper in the shoes. The paper in shoes is more important than shoe inserts. People buy shoe inserts unless you buy the wood ones. That's why wood shoe inserts are so expensive, because the wood soaks up the moisture and the smell from your shoe. That's why they use paper. The paper that goes in the shoe, you always want to keep that. And if you notice, like, you don't wear a shoe for a long time, or a shoe you wear all the time, and you put the paper back into it every time, and that paper gets all raggedy and wrinkled, because then it's soaked up all the moisture and all the smell. You want to keep your paper. And I'm telling all these cleaning brands, all these brands who sell products, it's the paper. If you come up with your own paper to stuff in shoes that lasts for like a year or whatever and soaks it up, and your own soak up moisture, that's gold. Not all these deodorizers and balls or whatever you throw in shoes, paws you throw in shoes. It's this stuff. Soak the moisture, have the room help the shoes or whatever. But I remember you had sent that thing about that cat that had the storage units for his hats, so whatever. And somebody asked, will we buy those for our hats?
Talking about the shoe box?
The plastic boxes. And I was like, heck no. Because I wouldn't even buy the shoe boxes, because those are strictly for storage reasons.
What are you talking about? Your
shoe boxes. Like, you buy the pullouts, right?
What are you talking about? No, it's a front down flip.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever.
And you can't put your box in there, right?
The entire shoe box, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, what's the point of that? The point is to be able to see the shoe so you know what you have.
And where do you keep the shoe box at? The garage? Outside?
I don't have a garage. That's why I need to build a garage on the other side of the room, unfortunately.
Well, that's no point then.
I mean, yes, I need a garage. The point is so you can see the shoe. I mean, what's the point of having a million shoe boxes and you don't know what you have?
I personally would never ever use that box. I mean, the boxes, unless I'm strictly just for organizational purposes. But I would buy the ones where I could fit the entire shoebox in it. Like, I'm never getting rid of the box. I don't need 2 rooms One with empty boxes and one with clear boxes.
Put it in the garage. You have a garage. I
Yeah,
don't.
my garage is full of other stuff. I got bicycles and stuff.
Yes.
And sneaker boxes. I got Rico box throws in there.
Now that you need to throw away. You ain't selling stuff, so.
Yeah, but I keep them just in case. I got some dead stuff in there that I've been thinking about selling.
Oh, you got a lot of stuff you should have sold already.
I've been thinking about it, but I also been thinking about wearing it too. So that's where we kind of are right now. We're at that crossroads. Wear it or sell it. You know, the typical sneaker crossroads.
Yeah, you make that. You every day you decide 5 different times: up, down, left, right.
You right. So, like I said, keep your paper in your shoes. Buy air moisturizers. All right, take the moisture out of the air, fam. These are $5.99. It comes with 2. All right, $5.99. You hang them in the closet. I like it because you hang them on the rack. Literally,
it last 60 days.
Up to 60 days.
And there's only 2 in there.
2 in there. Hang on one side of the closet, hang on the other side. Now, sneaker rooms, you want to buy it's a jug. It's like a little plastic jug thing. 99-cent store got them too for 99 cents or $1.99 store. Them off brands, I don't buy fake sneakers, so I don't buy fake air moisturizers either.
Right.
But if you buy replica sneakers, you can buy replica air moisturizer.
All right.
But like I said, they hang in the closet and literally the bag fills up with water. And it's like, dang, look at all this moisture in my room. I don't believe in that stuff. Like, to me, that's how you save your sneakers. Soles falling off, cracks and all that stuff. It's moisture. It's a lot of stuff like that. People say you need to wear it to do it. I don't know about that. I don't believe in stuff like that. But maybe, like I said. Oh, and plastic shoe inserts, that's strictly for shapes of shoes. They don't do nothing to your shoes, all right? Plastic is one of the most minimal moisture absorbers ever, all right? So don't think like that does anything like it. But telling you, keep the paper of your shoes.
I think people are worried about like creases or whatever. So if you put that plastic thing in there, like.
But wood ones are the best, but they're too expensive. No, wood ones are like $17 for like a pair.
I don't think that's happening.
But woo, you buy a cedar one and you put it in your shoe, you take it out and you smell the cedar. It smells like Flagstaff in a snowstorm.
Like feet or...
No, it doesn't. Shout out to @S_M_Oliver. He asked us how come people rarely show love for the Jordan 17. And which kind of turned into what's our favorite Jordans after 14. I'm pretty sure your answer is 0.
Yeah, but I would have to. You said 17. I would have
after
to look
14.
up what a 17
17 was the one that came in the briefcase. One of the original sneakers that came in the briefcase. Didn't you have those?
No.
You crazy. Them joints just clean.
Man, I stopped buying. I mean,
look, I'm going to tell you this. And shout out to.
I stopped buying Jordans after 14 until probably like 2009, 2010.
And look, let me tell you something.
I bought like retros every once in a while. That was it.
And shout out to the homie, for sending that message.
17s don't suck, but I'm not jumping out the window for them to save them or talk about them.
People always talk about like why people don't show enough respect after the ones after 14. And I would tell you, for me personally, is because, and people love to say Jordan didn't play in them. Well, Jordan did end up playing in what? He played in 15s. He played in 16s. 17s, maybe not 15s. He played in 16s and 17s and 18s, I think, for the Wizards.
He played in 17s for the Wizards.
Yeah, and he played in 18s for the Wizards and maybe 19s or whatever for the Wizards.
15s suck. Look, one of the worst shoes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Let me see. Oh,
16s are good, but the sheath or whatever sucks.
Wait, what are 16? Oh, no, you're crazy. 16s are fire.
I just said. That's just,
no, you said.
16s are good. You
didn't say.
Spat sucks.
You didn't say fire. You said good.
What's the difference?
What's the difference between fire and good?
I mean, when you're talking about a Jordan 16 that none of us own or care about?
I own Jordan 16?
No, you don't.
I have the OG. What are you talking about?
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Me and Sed stayed up all night eating soggy.
Oh, I believe you own them at one point, but you don't.
I still own them. What are you talking about?
No, you don't.
Okay, you want to pick when I get home?
No one owns 17s anymore.
No, 16s, not 17s.
Same thing.
I wish I still had my 17s. 17s are okay. The best ones to me,
right.
Look, when it comes to Jordans after that, it's a specific age group. A lot of people that show a lot of respect for Jordans after 14 is when they were able to like get their first pair of Jordans or be able to buy their own. That's why they love them so much. Literally no Jordan after 14 holds any Michael Jordan memory whatsoever, okay? Like none of them.
This says a 16 came out at one point and was on a sneakers app. I definitely don't remember that.
The Westbrook pack with the 16 and the Chuck Taylor came out last month? A couple months ago. And then
This is 2017.
What was it? The navy blue ones. I think it was a Soulfly. I came out with a 17 that was gray and pink Florida colors. The navy blue one, I don't remember what that was, if it was a collaboration or not. The low top 17s came out, All-Star, the yellow ones. I think they released those or retro those. So there's been a few 17s out there.
Damn, 17 suck. Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on. 15 suck.
Let me see 15. Oh, with the little tongue thingy. Reggie Miller made those quite popular.
15 suck.
They okay.
No, they're not.
If you cut that tongue thingy off, they be alright.
No, they're not.
Look, like I said,
Let's
all
see
Jordans,
what an 18
all
looks like.
Jordans for us hold a special memory and stuff. I remember
18 suck. He wore those on the Wizards too.
I think about Jordan wearing Jordan 1s, and I wasn't, watching him live. I was a kid, but like you think of the highlights of him like getting like 63 in the garden or whatever, gets bird in the like between the leg.
Jordan 19s are awful.
3s, he had the free throw line. 4s was Jordan 4s was like the shot over Elo, right? You got that shot. You got last shot of 14s. You got Space Jams. You got Concord. You got the commercial for the 12s, the slow motion. Like a lot of those. You got Hair 7s.
20s don't suck in theory. Like I understand what they were trying to do, but they suck.
I could look at 20s and say Jordan might have would have wore those. There's a lot of sneakers after that I don't think I look at it and say Jordan can wear.
21s are good. He would have worn those.
Let me see.
He would have worn those.
Them was okay. I don't think
Whatever.
they're bad.
Good, okay, same thing.
The best ones after 14 are 16, 17, 23, and that's it. Now, the last ones we've had the last 3 years, 33, 34, 35, and I lost my mind for 33s. And then I got them in the mail.
22s are good.
Let me see.
The one that's modeled after the Raptor or whatever.
No, that one's awful.
No, it's not.
That one's awful.
Come on.
That one is awful. You must really love after 14 because you said some pretty good stuff about these.
No, I said they're okay.
23 is the best.
Those aren't bad. Now that colorway sucks, but
Fam,
those aren't
that's
bad.
basketball material. That sucks.
I'm not talking about that model. I'm talking, that colorway. I'm talking about the model.
That looks like the one Lego piece that like is the key to a set when you buy it. You lose that one, you got to order it.
23s are all right.
No. 23s are the best after 14.
24s are all right.
Let me see 24. Is that with the window?
No.
If you say 24 is... Yeah,
They're all right.
they're
That's what I
okay.
said. All right.
Yeah, Chris Paul wore those a few times.
Relax, you.
I know my sneaker knowledge.
25s. No, the 25 is the D Wade one. No, that sucks.
It was not bad.
Sucks.
The shoe did not suck. The window made no
26s
sense.
are good, but they're just basic. Like, it doesn't make any sense with, like, the rest of the shoes.
26s were okay. Now, those ones were like they came out with Jordan with the zippers. No, Jordan would never wear one with a zipper. I don't believe it. And then the FlyEase. Remember the ones that I couldn't wait to get? The new model, and like you just put your foot in it and you pull the strap. Fam, them joints were the hardest shoes to get on of all time.
Was there no 27? Is that goes to like
Yeah, but they like started using Roman numerals and all that. XX
yeah, but
1V. I don't know.
but there's not a
Maybe they called one like Jordan 23. I can't remember. No, there was a 30. Yeah, XXX was 30.
I just looked up 27 and nothing came up.
Nah, there was one. He's got there was one. Unless it went to something else, I don't know. Like I said, 33, 34, 35. 35 is the one that's out right now. I don't think they're bad. I think they could be better. I think they need to get more opinions from like other people when they're designing some of these
28
things.
is the one with the zipper. Awful.
Yeah, no, it was awful. It had potential. A lot of the stuff was like, this would be interesting. Westbrook wore that a lot, but it was one of the worst shoes I've ever seen. And I know
29's all right.
Jordan would wear. Let me see 29. And I knew Jordan would never wear that zipper one.
The Jumpman is ridiculous.
It was okay. The Jumpman is the best part of it.
What?
The Jumpman's the best part of it. And that model had an actual picture of Jordan himself as Jumpman. That was fire.
Damn, don't do that.
That shoe goes for a grip of money. That's a rare sneaker.
Photo real. Don't do that.
Okay. 33, 34, 35. Them is okay.
Let's see.
Don't let's see me.
This entire show is going to be me looking shoes up.
You should already know off the top of your head what these
Get ready
are.
for it, listeners.
You
Why
should.
would I memorize anything after this?
You should. Because they're Jordans, and this is a sneaker podcast.
Oh, 30s are good. This shoe right here, I liked.
Let me see.
I mean, there was no way I was buying anything.
Those suck.
I mean, that's strong, but
That
okay.
joint had that Roman numeral in the back, that XXX. Those joints was porn shoes.
Yes,
Them is whack.
Tacion.
Yeah, them joints was Vin Diesel.
Calling that whack and then calling some of the other stuff fire.
That
a
is
stretch.
whack.
31s are whack. 31 looks like...
Let me see 31.
31 looks like a Team Jordan. I mean, what's the point?
Oh, no. Remember, it was supposed to look like a Jordan 1. They were trying to make a newer Jordan 1.
It looks like a Blake Griffin.
Look up the 32. 32 was supposed to be a Jordan 2.
It looks like a Blake Griffin.
It was worn by Blake Griffin.
I know, but it looks like they made it specifically for him.
32s
32s are way better than 31s. Not even close.
No.
Then
Oh, yeah,
thirty-one?
you're right. You're right.
Man,
You're right.
what?
You're right. It sucks too, though.
I mean, fine, but like...
But 32s are
Listen,
better.
I'm not wearing any of this. And the listeners probably know, except the one guy who just found us on one episode, commented 3 times on the same episode.
You don't wear retro shorts either, so it don't even matter.
All right.
You
I wear
don't.
Jordan 1 lows all the time.
God. That don't even count.
33s are terrible. I have no idea why you like that shit.
That was the one that I really wanted,
Yeah,
and I put it on.
I got it for you.
It looked tight. You didn't get that for me.
Yeah, I did.
I got it on sneakers, didn't I?
No, I got it.
Yeah, I got home and got on sneakers.
No.
Because I remember I got home from the podcast and I couldn't wait.
Oh, well, then must have had it early because you came to my house to look at it.
I don't remember that. I think maybe you sent me a
It
video.
was at nighttime and you pulled in the driveway and we're like, let me see those.
Maybe. I
And you
don't
were like,
know.
these are fire. 34s are fire to me.
I think you had the black ones and I had the white ones.
Nah, fam. I had the first one.
34s are.
Man, I sold them somehow.
What are 34s?
34s are fire to me.
Let me see. Ooh, you said fire. Let me double check the pic. Oh, yeah,
the
was
current
fire.
one or
Them
whatever.
is fire. No, the current one is 35s. 35s are the Zion ones.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't.
And Jason Tatum and all that. They cool. They don't suck.
Oh, that's right. Those just came out.
Last year.
I mean, it's February. I mean, just came out.
They didn't come out in February.
No, I'm saying it's February now. So saying last year is like it's not like
No,
you
they
saying
came
that
out
long
a while ago.
I don't think so. Fam.
I think they came out in November-ish.
That's still not that long ago.
4 months? Long time, babe.
Official pictures came out in September, and
It came out September.
the shoes were probably a while after that.
Who knows? Anyways.
Rui Hachimura, yeah, released globally October 17th. Fam, that's not that long ago.
5 months ago.
Just came out.
That's all I got sneaker-wise. I can't think of anybody else. Shout out to anybody. Like I said,
Man,
the listener
eBay still got
suggestions.
these in low. I should probably cop these.
Listener
so.
suggestions. Yeah, right.
I should.
For how much are they?
Retail price, I think.
You should get back to
my
who?
size anyway. It's good.
Yes, because you was really thinking
Don't need
about
to
it.
worry about
Now,
it.
that's a shoe. If you bought that and then buy Ultra Boost 21, you'd be ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Say yes. All right.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna run a marathon? Because if you do, I'll stand on the sideline and cheer you on.
Nope. But I will be walking extremely fast with my kids when we walk through the mall and stuff.
All right.
All right, that's all we got sneaker wise. Unless you could think of something else. You got anything else sneaker wise? Nope. Stafford for Goff. B. Rams. Oh, real quick. Rams are going to the Super Bowl next year.
Well,
Yes.
relax.
No, actually, let me tell you. No. Let me
That's
say
way
this
too
first.
early to
Whoa.
be saying any of that.
If they get Juju from the Steelers, which I'm predicting they will,
Why would that happen?
I think they're gonna go after him and get him. I mean, clearly he loves to be the center of attention and on TikTok, so LA is perfect for him. But they're gonna have to get on the wide receiver.
You really stuck on this on Juju dancing stuff.
They're gonna have to get on the wide receiver to help him out. They have Cup. They have what's the other cat name?
They got plenty of receivers there.
They do, but they need a go-to star. Cup is underrated, but
Robert Woods is pretty.
he's
much
pretty
a
good.
Star.
He's I don't know if you can be a star at wide receiver when you have Goff as your quarterback. He might be the best on your team.
No, but that's the point. Is like imagine if they had look at Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs went to a competent quarterback, and
Stephon Diggs was a star in Minnesota. He just couldn't reach his potential because of who he was with. Yeah, yes, he was.
it's not even Stephon Diggs prior to this year and this year is not even close.
Now, of course, he's better now.
Now, I'll say this. Justin Jefferson put one of the best seasons in NFL history receiving together with the same quarterback, so I have no idea what that means. Probably just means that Minnesota was losing every single game, so they had to throw a million times, but...
if they get another wide receiver, a good wide receiver, they're going to the Super Bowl.
They don't need another
They may not go. They might go to the Super Bowl anyway, so...
They don't need a wide receiver. I have no idea if they're going to the Super Bowl because things aren't even done happening. We don't even know if Deshaun Watson's going to be on the same team. He might be somewhere else. We don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be on the same team. He might be somewhere else.
Don't bring him up.
I mean, if you feel free to say whatever you want to say about Aaron Rodgers.
I already did.
Okay. LaFleur should be fired. And the trade is crazy because you don't see quarterbacks traded like that ever in the NFL. Like, Major League Baseball is the only sport really where you see, like, and I guess the NBA when they do sign and trades, but like at that point, the sign and trade only exists because the player can get more money from his current team and then go to another one. So he's planning on leaving in free agency and then gets traded. So I don't even really consider those trades. But Major League Baseball is really the only sport, and again, sometimes in basketball, where major assets are traded with like any remaining years left in before free agency or whatever. You rarely ever see this happen in the NFL where this kind of stuff happens. The only time trades happen really is near draft time, where like, you know, maybe a team wants the number 1 or number 2 pick because the quarterback or whatever in that draft is really good, so they'll trade their current guy or give you assets or whatever. What the Rams are doing is insane, to me at least. Not this trade specifically, but the fact that they haven't picked in the first round since 2016 and won't pick again until 2024. I remember hearing like, reading on Twitter and hearing on sports shows and like us talking about him, oh, the Rams are going all out. Like 5 years ago when they signed, the Raiders didn't want to pay Mack, so they traded Mack, and then Aaron Donald immediately signed to basically the deal that Khalil Mack wanted. And everyone was like, you can't pay a quarterback and another person on the team over $20 million. Well, obviously you can because they did it.
The Rams are historically known for a lot of big deals like this. Like even back to like, I mean, you could think far back, all right? They've always been involved in stuff like this before.
So I don't know what happened, if there was a trade before the Aaron Donald deal, but there was the Aaron Donald deal. Then Ramsey, they gave up 2 first-round picks for Ramsey, and everyone was like, you guys are giving up 2 first-rounders for a corner? And now...
he's probably the best.
Fam, what are the Rams doing? Now, I'm not saying Stafford's better. And
what are they doing, like, good or bad? You think this is bad?
Well, because if it doesn't work, then your franchise is toast for 20 years.
No, you're right. They've set themselves up to have to win the Super Bowl within like the next 2 years, 3 years. They have no choice.
Aaron Donald's getting older. Now, granted, he's been the best football player in the NFL for the last 4 years. But he's getting older. We saw what happened to J.J. Watt when J.J. Watt was the best player on the planet for a 3 or 4 year span or whatever. You get one little injury and then things just start adding up. Now, Aaron Donald seems like Megatron or some superhuman that this is not going to happen to, and I hope nothing does happen to him because I like Aaron Donald.
And Watt's injury was back and stuff. Back. Once you tweak that back, but
he had the elbow. He always worn that elbow thing, and then his knee.
Yeah, you're right. He had some other stuff. You're right.
He got a lot of problems. This year was his first full year in forever, and the team was awful.
That's his problem. Never wanted to leave the Texans. That's his problem.
I understand why they gave up what they gave up because they had to pay Detroit to take Goff's remaining guaranteed salary. But still, like, I don't know that that's worth it for Stafford. And I actually think Stafford is probably like with Sean McVay, he may be a top 10 guy. But if you can't say whoever you're trading for is a bona fide top 10 player, can you give all that up for him? Like, you know what I mean?
Do you consider Stafford a top 10 quarterback in the league?
Well, I'm saying with McVay, maybe he is. Well, like better
before McVay, would you consider?
No,
him? You wouldn't. Top 10 quarterback?
No.
He probably
especially with like Josh Allen and blowing up the way he's blowing up, and
don't say Kyler.
Who else? There was another one that isn't there another quarterback recently that made some strides? Not as much as Allen, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
Did you say Mahomes has been
playing
number
2 years. I'm just saying.
No, it's his third year starting this year, and he was in the league a year before that.
So 3 years. I'm just 3-year block. I mean, he went from
but he was already in the first year.
Yes.
There was no growth period.
Yes,
he was already number one.
Josh Allen them weren't in that yet. So like Josh Allen, you want to put Kyler Murray in?
You said
in
Mahomes.
there?
Mahomes has been number one for 3 years already. So I mean,
3 years.
Okay, 2 years, whatever. He got to the the AFC Championship game as a rookie, as not a rookie, but his first year starting, and then won the Super Bowl his second year starting, and he's back in the Super Bowl again.
But the first, let's
He's
not
been
act
number one.
like okay.
He's been number one. Stafford, maybe with the a really creative, and that's another thing is I was ready to take the shine off McVay and be like,
oh no,
I need to reevaluate McVay until this happened, and now everyone's like,
no, this is it.
Everyone's saying like, oh, he finally has a real court. Like people who I respect on Twitter, as far as like who work in the league, are saying that this McVay never showed his true ability because he was handcuffed by Goff. So this is now the prove it or lose it.
Which,
because I
even have a hard time believing that.
Because there was a lot of people that immediately. I mean, he went to the Super Bowl in his first or second year as coach, right? McVay,
he went to the Super Bowl like his first or second year, and they had the number one offense in the league, I think, that year.
Yeah. So.
Now, they were going to win the Super Bowl because their defense wasn't that good, but...
Well, the Super Bowl was like 7-3 or 7-0 or something.
13-3.
Well, whatever it was.
But I'm saying the Rams' defense wasn't that good. Now, that game, it was, I guess, okay. They held the Patriots 13.
Enough. They had Aaron Donald. You got Aaron Donald, fam.
They weren't even a top 20 defense that year.
I mean, I have no idea if that's true or not, but they had Aaron Donald and they went to the Super Bowl.
Look, the Rams and McVay they're on the clock. McVay is on the clock.
He is.
He has 2-3 more years.
He has a new quarterback, so that's what I say.
He got a 2-3 year window, and they have to win the Super Bowl in one of those. And they might have to get to this. If they don't win one, they have to get to the Super Bowl twice. What? Like you described, they're not going to be able to build that team. Well,
no. They have to feel that we have to win it for their sake. He doesn't have to win it to prove anything. He just has to like go further than they did last year with Goff or in the previous 2 years.
I will say that like.
They had a perfect storm the year they went to the Super Bowl with Goff. Like that. I mean, Todd Gurley was the best running back the NFL had seen since Adrian Peterson prime or whatever. So like that year they went to the Super Bowl, they had like
Rams make a lot of bad money decisions.
Of course they do. They haven't had a first round pick. They're gonna have a first round pick for nine seasons.
First round pick stuff like that just doesn't do anything for me in football. Like. Because you could find the best.
No, but that doesn't matter. It's the value of that pick.
I know the value of it, yes, but the value of the pick
Think about
versus the value of what you might draft in the seventh.
Who did New Orleans give all them picks to draft Ricky Williams? Think about that. Like whoever it was who got all those picks to pick a running back.
Miami? Who did he give them
I don't know who it was, but I'm saying like, and it wasn't even the number one overall pick. It was like 4 or 5. So think about how much value there is in a first round pick. But trading first round picks, that's why they say future picks are so valuable, because you don't know where you're going to end up in the spectrum. What if the Rams have Donald gets hurt, Stafford gets hurt, they finish like 3-13, and the pick is like number 3 or number 4, and you could have had that pick, and instead Detroit has it. That's why.
Well, we'll see what Detroit does.
And Detroit's going to pick a quarterback, obviously. Maybe not this year in the draft, but they're going to pick a quarterback soon.
You think Goff starts?
I think he has to because of what you traded for him. But if they pick someone in the first round, then no, it depends.
What did they pick this year?
What do they pick?
Where's their pick this year?
I think my buddy who's a Lions fan said it's 7.
Hey, who might be there? Edwards, maybe?
Fields.
Where's Atlanta?
Fields or I wouldn't pick Alabama's quarterback that early, but
I'm gonna assume Atlanta's gonna take Edwards in around
Edwards.
there.
Who's Edwards?
Not Edwards. BYU man.
Oh, Zach Wilson?
Yeah. I think you call him Edwards. I think Atlanta probably takes him.
Edwards, a long time BYU head coach. I don't know. It was the head coach for a long time.
You know what I also want to say too, because you had sent that thing and I saw it too, was the press conference from Eagles man, because we never talked about press conference from Lions man. Okay,
fam, Eagles make no sense because I'm reading that they aren't committed to Jalen Hurts. Like I thought that was the whole point, that you're now committed to Hurts, and then
that was the point of. I thought that was the point of getting the new coach. Was like, okay, now we can really get back wins and try to see what we can do. I thought the Eagles did all that to like reset the quarterback battle, like. Because if you had Peterson there, if they kept Peterson would have to start Hurts no matter what next year. You couldn't be like, all right, Wentz got his act together. He would have to do that.
I think he proved he can play. Now, he was thrown to the fire a little bit, especially in the last game.
But once you did that to Wentz, who has been your highest paid and all that stuff, I feel like you couldn't go back to him. You're bringing a new coach. The new coach can say like, all right, this is my guy. Our offense is better, whatever. I'm saying this only to bring this up because we had talked about coaches, because one thing I never understood about like jobs in the NFL, and I get why you do this with players. You recruit people based off of their performance and stuff you've seen for players, college, high school, all that stuff. I get that. Why is it like that with coaching? Like, why do you get to decide I want to talk to him? Like, I mean, like,
what do you mean?
Why can't I apply? Like other coaches, you never hear.
If you're under contract with someone, you're not allowed to. You have to get permission first. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay. Then maybe I just didn't think about it that way. Okay. I mean, like, if I'm an offensive coordinator on the Dolphins, okay.
Yeah, you got to.
And now I'm not the hottest thing. Oh, okay. You know what? That's a dumb question. I didn't even think. Content, because I'm just like, why this man doing this press conference?
Yeah, you can wait till your contract expires and then you can negotiate whatever. But think about it. Like, if you wait, a lot of those teams want to fill the position before this. Think about in college how many coaches don't coach the bowl game because they go from one school to their new school.
Oh, okay.
So.
No, because I'm just sitting here like, I always be like, oh, the Rams, they want to talk to this person, or whoever wants to talk to this person. I'm like, yeah, but what if I'm working on
I'm sure all the conversations are already been had by that point. And
I know it's like, I mean, that's like regular jobs. Like, I'm sure they all already got their man they want to do.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if they are announcing, we want to ask the Redskins, can we talk to whatever? Right. They've already texted the man about, or they texted his wife or his friend and said, hey, deliver the message for us. I mean, that's how it works. That's how recruiting works. Like college and or high school, college is recruiting high school players. Like
I'm just like,
fam, there's a lot of dead periods where you're not allowed contact. All you got to do is text the mom or text a friend and be like, yo, talk to him and see what's up.
I feel like even under contract, since in the sport they could get rid of you anytime they want, you should be able to apply to go somewhere else. Like, if the Eagles are looking for offensive coordinator, of course, everyone's going to look at KC coordinator and Bills coordinator, everybody's coordinators.
They
and I'm like, yo, I got a resume
get rid
too.
of you, but if you have guaranteed money on your contract, you're still owed that money. So they don't get away from paying you. Now, that's if you have guaranteed money or if your contract language says that.
Have you changed your Super Bowl pick? Because you did pick Buccaneers.
No, I think I'm sticking with them. It's a weird year. I don't know.
Chiefs left
really
tackles out, right tackles out, and center might be out.
Well, so so my pick last time and talking about this week is based on no analysis for the game or anything.
It's just based on not want to pick against Tom Brady.
No, yeah,
that's what it is.
I don't
want to pick against Tom Brady, and I don't want to pick against Mahomes.
I don't want to make a pick, to be honest, but like, if someone was like, you have to pick something, I think I would pick the Bucs just because it's Brady. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the same reason why you pick the Chiefs, because it's Mahomes. This might be
but the Chiefs have more talent overall as well.
Yeah, but I look
maybe
at
not defensively, but they have
I will tell
talent.
you this, I have never not been excited for a Super Bowl for, like, usually I'm like, man, Super Bowl on this Sunday. Like, I just...
Yeah, but also it's Corona, so it's like there's not going to be that many fans of the game. Like,
and, like, I don't feel like the build-up television-wise has been, like, you usually see, like, some type of commercial, like, build, like, something. Like, I just don't feel like that's happening. Maybe this week is when it happens. I don't know. It's Tuesday.
This is media week. So.
Right. So maybe that's when we start to see all that. But, I'm still going to go with the Bucs. Like I said, that Chiefs offensive line is in trouble now. And if the Bucs can just only rush 4 and they can put a gate.
Well, that's what they always do, pretty much.
Well, but if you can put a gate around Kelsey and...
Oh, no, they won't. They can't.
Well, they're going to have to choose somebody
they can't cover either one of those guys. No one can.
They could if they don't have to do so much work on the line. Like, they could put a bracket around them. They could bracket them in.
Every single team thus far in the playoffs has tried to cover Kelsey with a corner, fail, safety, fail, linebacker, fail.
They can't use one person.
You can't do that.
They can't use one person. Now they can't guard him and Cheetah Man. They can't do both. But they can do one. They can him up one. That's all they got to do is him up one. Kelsey didn't have a phenomenal game, but that game when they played him in Tampa Bay, like it wasn't like, whoa, that's Kelsey. You know, I think he had a couple touchdowns in the red zone, maybe one or two. I can't remember, but you can stop Kelsey. Kelsey's easy to handle. It's when you try to do both. You can't do both.
I don't think anyone can cover.
And I don't know what Sammy Watkins is he playing, or is he like hurt? Because he didn't play in no playoff games, and he played in the Super Bowl last year. The Chiefs are way more dangerous when they got like a Sammy Watkins as well. If they could get Sammy Watkins back this year, in the playoffs or Super Bowl, then Chiefs probably win by like 35 or something like that. Like Chiefs, I think the Chiefs will either blow out the Buccaneers or the Buccaneers just win. I'm picking the Bucs to win, but it'll be like Bucs win like 30-23 or something like weird or whatever. But like I said, what makes this weird is that like I don't want to pick against Brady and I don't want to pick against Mahomes. So I'm not picking against Brady. And I want Brady to win 7. I want Brady to win 8, 9, 10. I want him to win as many as he possibly could.
Yeah, as far as winning, do I want one side to win over the other? No, I don't care, because seeing Brady win another one is just like...
It's tight.
No,
don't do that. It's tight.
Why?
You know why it's tight? Because we are in a position, which I guess a lot of people our age and under, and some older now, but like, man, we get to see literally, arguably the greatest 2 athletes ever in our entire lives. Like Jordan and...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Brady and Mahomes. I was like,
no.
Man,
I'm saying
seen Bo Jackson.
No. I'm talking about Jordan and Brady in their respective sports. I'm talking the 2 greatest.
Well, Gretzky's
ever.
Gretzky's ceiling was higher than Brady's ceiling.
Yeah, but
Brady's ceiling as a all-timer is not as high as a lot of guys. Like, you could probably argue that Randy Moss or Jerry Rice's ceiling is higher than Brady's ceiling in their respective art position, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of guys like Barry Bonds' ceiling is way higher than Tom Brady's ceiling.
Of course, but we're talking about...
Like, I never looked at Tom Brady and was like, oh my God, that guy's a specimen.
Literally, the names that you named, only one of them are Super Bowl champions. Like,
what do you mean?
Like you said, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Barry Bonds. None of them.
Oh, but yeah, they're not quarterbacks. It's different. No, Jerry Rice has more than one.
I said multiple. He's a multiple Super Bowl, and the one out of those that you just named only has Super Bowl wins. Like the others
because he
wins
was with the GOAT.
Okay, but still,
Joe Montana.
Look, Tom Brady. We got to see
Joe Montana.
I got to see Joe Montana too.
Did I say John Montana? Joe Montana.
We got to see Montana, Brady, Jordan, Gretzky, Agassi, Sampras, Serena.
Pro stars. What was
we got to see all of them.
Brady's ceiling is nowhere near Serena's ceiling. Now, by the way, this is not me hating on Brady as a legend, since obviously that's...
It just came out of nowhere.
Matter of fact, we didn't even talk about that. The word legend from that conversation we had. Because I know some people probably saw my tweet and were like, what? But also there's a lot of people that clicked like on my tweet. I don't know if you saw that. There's a lot of people that agreed with that.
That could be hate on Complex.
Nah. They already know we do that because Complex is trash. But that's not... Hold on. Before we talk about that. Brady's status is cemented. The fact that he left his other team where everyone was like, is it Brady? Is it Belichick? And now he's in the Super Bowl on another team that... You could argue is not like I said what I said on the show, and then Josh was like mad. But fam, put Derek Carr as the quarterback of that. Where's the team? What's the record? And Derek Carr is literally the perfect example of like mid-tier quarterback. Like if there's 32 teams in the league. Okay, he played better than that this year. But I'm just saying.
I don't even know.
Relax. Listen.
What do you?
There's 32 teams in the league. If you pick the quarterback of the 15th best team in the league or the 15th best quarterback. That's the point I was trying to make is like league average. You take a league average guy, and Derek Carr this year was better than league average. But Derek Carr is always be my example.
If Derek Carr was on the Buccaneers this year, the Bucs would have made the playoffs.
Wouldn't have or
wouldn't have.
See, so that's exactly the point I'm trying to make.
But see, that was the point that I was trying to make that episode too, was that they had Jameis Winston but they were still
Right.
like an 8-8 team. But I would have considered.
We agree. I'm saying the thing that he said in the thread, and I'm sure plenty of other people, for some reason, people thought like this would be a playoff team, even if Brady wasn't there.
No.
Like, huh?
And it's really hard to say because I think I might have would have considered Jameis Winston. My definition of
I don't
like
think Jameis
average,
Winston's career is over. By the way,
but see, like I think my definition of average has like really changed. Like I think I probably would have called Jameis Winston average.
he might have been in the mix
but
for the 15th.
I don't
16th
think
best
you can be
quarterback. Yeah.
average if you now not even starting. Now it's due to the situation.
No, you're talking about last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I would have called you average last year. This year you can't even no team that even picked you up to start. So that's why I was like, well then maybe Jameis Winston isn't average.
It's not. Yeah, but there's
like
only
Derek
32
Carr,
jobs though, so it's not.
right. But there were places he could have gone. Like there wasn't like I mean Jacksonville,
Jags maybe where? I mean,
look, this year 18 teams are probably going to change quarterbacks. So
I don't know. That sounds high. I don't know what it is.
I was looking at a thing and they were like, yeah, about 18 teams might change starting quarterbacks. Literally, like that's a grip. All right, we're talking about Minnesota. We're talking about Minnesota, Jacksonville, the Jets, Titans. I'm sorry, Texans. We're talking about Redskins or football team.
AFC West. I'm thinking right now it may be 0.
We just had 2 this week.
Maybe Broncos,
Rams, Detroit.
Right, those are obvious.
Texans.
We don't know.
We know.
We don't know.
We know.
They hired a new coach.
We know.
We don't even know if he's talked to Watson yet.
I hope the Texans. You know what? Doesn't matter anymore. People
should be rooting for Texans head coach.
Atlanta will probably change.
No,
they might.
They may draft someone, but they're not changing. No. Why?
They might.
Why?
Maybe Miami.
Fam, there's a difference between getting rid of like someone like Tom Brady was like 42 at the end of his thing with the Patriots, and they had won a bazillion Super Bowls. Matt Ryan, I think he's like 36, 37. So he's not even to that point yet where you're like, oh yeah, we done with you.
When you go look at the teams, and it's be about 15 to 18 teams. All of them.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. 15 to 18 teams will be probably changing starting quarterbacks this year.
I think you're tripping, fam.
Okay. I just named like 8.
Hold on. Buffalo? No.
Nope.
Miami? No.
Yeah.
No. Yes, in terms of what?
They might. We'll see.
Meaning what?
If they trade Tua for Watson.
It's not happening.
Huh? Well, what?
No.
Because they have assets. Dolphins have assets the Texans could use. They could use some of those draft picks this year. I think they got like 2 in the first round.
Fam. They're not trading Tua.
Okay. We'll see.
Patriots, obviously.
Yeah.
Jets, maybe.
Yes.
They got a new coach. Anytime you already saw what happened with Wentz. You just described the situation. A new guy went in there and wanted to see what Wentz had.
Fine, you know what? Let me change this then. Potentially 18 teams.
Bills, no. Dolphins, no to me.
Yes to me. Whatever. Possibly.
Patriots, obviously.
Yes.
Jets, maybe. New coach, we don't know. Steelers, probably not because Big Ben's contract is too big. Ravens, no. Browns, no. Bengals, no. Fam, they got to the playoffs for the first time in 20
You think they wouldn't take Deshaun Watson?
You think they're making that trade?
If they could, the Browns?
I mean, he has a no-trade clause. I'm sure he can say which teams he's going to.
What?
Deshaun Watson has a no-trade clause.
He does, but...
I doubt he's going to Cleveland, fam. Bengals, no, unless Burrow is not healthy, and I wouldn't even consider that change because it's not permanent. Burrow's the guy there for the next 20 years, hopefully, because I like Burrow. Burrow is my favorite quarterback. Now, Herbert is super good, and I'm mad that Herbert's in my division.
You know I love Burrow.
I like Burrow. I've liked the entire time.
Ooh, NCAA football coming back? Oh, my God.
Titans, no.
No.
Colts, yes, they have to because he retired. So how many is that? 3? 2?
6.
All right.
No, there's 3 yeses and 1 possibility.
To you.
Okay.
Texans, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Deshaun Watson will either get traded or not play. He will sit out. All right. You heard it here first.
Fam.
You heard it here first. He will sit out.
You should be rooting for the new head coach. You should be. I'm dead serious. Jags, obviously, they got the first round pick. Number 1 pick. Chiefs, no. Raiders, unless they trade Carr, which was in a discussion right now, but more than likely, no. Because They ain't trading.
Gruden's gonna have to figure something.
They need
out
to trade
keep
Gruden
him.
to Mars. That's what they need to do.
Who else?
Chargers, no.
Nope.
Broncos, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Washington football team,
Yes.
obviously. Giants, no. Cowboys, assuming Dak's healthy, no. No.
not.
Eagles, no, because both those guys are on the. They have both of them on the roster already.
Okay, fine.
That doesn't count,
He only played 3 games.
fam. They have both players on the roster.
Okay.
Now, are you talking about?
He played 2.5 games.
Are you talking about from like opening day last year? Then sure. Then you could even say Miami's probably different because Fitzpatrick started opening day.
Fitzpatrick started while Tua started. Like they were like, okay, we'll sit you down this week, and then come back.
All right,
And
he
then
didn't, all right, he didn't start.
they do not like
He was
Tua.
a reliever.
They do not like Tua.
That's not true because he
No.
wouldn't have brought Tua in to start 9 games in a row. or
No,
whatever.
they
You
did
like him.
exactly what you said. Let's see if he's okay, and then maybe we might have to do something.
All right, in the league, still got a broken hip.
You want Tua or Watson? Hey, we'll give you our first round draft pick. We'll give you Tua for Watson. Yes or no?
Relax. Is it Tua for Watson straight up?
No.
I want Watson. Then what's the offer?
You give me your first round picks. I think Dolphins have 2 this year. I think they have 6 and something, maybe. I think, and Tua and Watson.
So wait, are you saying am I Miami or Houston? Like, is that my franchise?
Yes, Houston. I want Tua and both your first round draft
No,
picks.
I'm not making that
Oh,
trade.
you crazy?
I'm not trading.
For Watson.
Fam.
The Dolphins were good enough to make the playoffs this year.
Fam.
Okay.
No, you're right. But those 2 picks that they potentially could get, what if they
Those picks right now.
name the receivers of the Miami Dolphins? You probably can name one. Exactly.
I think he plays for the Browns now. Landry.
Devontae Parker.
Oh,
Yeah,
Parker,
exactly.
you're right.
That's
Parker.
the only one.
That's right.
I might be able to name more, but I watch way too much sports.
What else you got?
They need to draft a receiver and maybe an offensive lineman, and Tua will be very good. Packers, I'm going to say no, but it's a maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. Vikings, no.
I mean, I don't know why you so solidified on Kirk Cousins.
Well, what else are they going to do?
We'll see. They might take Watson.
All right. You got Watson going to a lot.
Watson is the key. Watson is the key.
You got Watson going to like 20 franchises. They're all splitting Watson. He plays one team every week. 17 weeks. He plays for 17 different teams. Bears, likely.
Mr. Trubisky is their quarterback for the next 15 years. He's the only one who knows how to win with that team.
You really got something like an itch for Mr. Trubisky.
I don't understand. Like, I'd be like, wait a minute, didn't I win 4 games? What am I sitting down now? And then they lost like 4 in a row, and then they won 1, and then they said, go back in, please. And then he won, and I'm going to go to the playoffs.
They got mashed in the playoffs, though, and he was trash. Lions, already, obviously. Saints, if Drew Brees retires, yes. If not, no. Bucks, no, assuming Brady doesn't retire. Panthers, no. I don't think so. Bridgewater?
Yeah.
What are you doing with Teddy Bridgewater?
Quarterback. What pick are they this year?
I have no idea. They went 5-11. They stink.
They probably draft a quarterback.
But is he starting if they draft a quarterback? Probably not. The draft doesn't count.
I don't blame Bridgewater for the Panthers' faults because he had a lot of things working against him.
Their defense is awful.
The defense was awful. The best running back in football possibly was hurt.
Yeah, he out the entire season.
And, I mean, I thought the Panthers, he had a good year. Like, I think he had like 2,000 or 3,000 yard receivers still on his team. Somebody threw him the ball.
Yeah.
Go.
So what you're saying he was good and the record still was bad?
I'm saying that they would be like, we don't want him anymore.
All right.
I got a feeling these cats
Falcons, no. To me, no. Seahawks, definitely not. Definitely not. Rams already did. Cardinals, no. Niners.
They're definitely getting the quarterback. It may not be Watson. Might be Aaron Rodgers. Might be Ben Roethlisberger.
Too expensive.
Everything in San Francisco is expensive.
Yes. No, it's expensive in Pittsburgh. They can't trade or cut him. If they cut him, I think it's like, if they cut or trade him, it's like a $24 million cap hit.
Sometimes you got to take an L to take a W.
If they cut him, it's a $41 million cap hit. Oh, no, wait. If they cut or trade him, it's like between 22 and 25 million. And if they bring him back to play, it's 41 million. So, yes, that's double, but at least you would have a quarterback. You're not going to get another quarterback for 19 million, are you? I mean, unless they pick So in the first round.
Somebody might get Aaron Darnold from the Jets. Might be the starting quarterback somewhere. Maybe, yeah, right. Possibility.
Yeah, for the Jets.
No. I mean, they're going to draft Devontae Smith, but...
Maybe.
They will.
I don't think Rico wants him.
Yeah, because he wants him to lose. All right, I got nothing else, man. You stick with the Bucks?
I think so.
Okay. Well,
but back to my point. What I was saying.
Let's go back and talk about Legend real quick.
Hold on. I'm not rooting for either team to win. Number one, one's in my division. That's a rival. I don't want to see them win anything. The other team is Tom Brady, who's won 57 Super Bowls. There's a difference between I'm not rooting against either one. So I'm like, I don't care.
Don't do that. Don't do that to that division. It's like, come on. Mahomes is too great to care about. Like, hey, my division. Who cares? Mahomes is phenomenal. Let him win.
No, fam. I'm already on record as saying he's the most talented quarterback of all time.
Yes, but I don't want him to win my division. Who cares?
No, I didn't say that. I said I'm not rooting for either one of them to win because one is a division team. Why would I actively root for a division team? I don't care if he wins. If he wins, it is what it is. He's there. That's what I'm saying. It's just, to me, it's indifference. It's like either team wins, all right, cool, whatever. I don't care. I'm not actively rooting against either one. I'm not actively rooting for either one.
Do you want to discuss real quick, your beef with the word legend?
Yes.
Your issue with the word legend in that aspect was just...
No, because it, compared to like NBA or whatever, you wouldn't like.
Tell what happened first. Tell what it was first.
Oh, so Complex tweeted that they had conceded on the show or whatever, or full size run, I guess, and they said, was it freestyle? What battle rap, legendary battle rapper, and I was like, man, what? Yes, basically I said, well, you're smoking Sherm. That's not what I said exactly. Verbatim, I said, who writes this stupid shit? Calling him a legend is insane. To me. It would be like, this is the equivalent. It would be like calling Vince Carter a legendary NBA player. Now, Vince Carter may have done some legendary things, like when he jumped over Frenchman and dunked, but Vince Carter is not a top 50 NBA player. So that's the thing. I wouldn't call Vince Carter a basketball legend. He's done some things that you're going to remember forever. Iconic,
See,
whatever.
You added a definition of legend, though.
No, I'm not.
You said top 10.
Fam, that's
what you said.
This goes back to, yeah, right. Top 10. And then I also said if someone wants to stretch their top 10 to 25, that's fine. Like if someone wants to do 25 as legend.
Then Conceited would definitely be in that.
From where?
In top 20. If you want to stretch the top 25?
You saying he's a top 25
battle rapper
of all time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And I watch battle rap frequently.
I'm not going that far.
But I don't think I'm versed enough to say who is or isn't. I have my favorites. That's why I was like, I just don't know. I couldn't argue with anybody in the battle rap world who would say so. And I don't know if Complex would know, but like I just don't know. Now, legend.
Well, I'm sure
I would call Randy Moss a legend.
Someone who Complex obviously has someone or multiple people who know hip hop better than whoever wrote that tweet. Like there's obviously no doubt about that. They should have got that guy to write the tweet.
Would you consider Randy Moss a legend?
I think yes, because to me, he is the best receiver of all time. He's the best receiver I've ever seen, personally. So that's why I would say yes, he's a legend.
Okay.
Yes, just like Deion Sanders is a legend because he's the best corner I've ever seen. Like football's a little different because you have positions. So like where battle rapping is just one thing and it's just you're talking about a team sport.
Then what would be an equivalent?
Well, that's why I use NBA. There's only 5 players on the court, but really when you talk about NBA, you don't say he's like a legendary center. You just say he's a legend. That's why it's different to me.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
Like, think about it in football. Really, like, a lineman's not doing the things a wide receiver's doing, whereas in the NBA, every once in a while, a center is doing the things a point guard does.
But you would call some linemen legends?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. NFL is different. Like NFL or soccer or whatever is different. Because a goalkeeper is not,
legendary.
You can be a legendary goalkeeper
positions.
and not be a legendary all-time soccer player.
Is Gary Payton a legend?
I don't think so.
Because he's a top 50 NBA player. Oh no, he wasn't. He didn't make that list.
Well, whatever list you want to do, 25, however far you go with legendary status. My thing is this: like on YouTube, what's the name? Barstool Man does pizza reviews. He never ever gives a pizza 10, because if you give something a 10, what if you have something the next day that's better? Like you can't ever exceed that. No, but if it's better, it should be a higher score. So that's how I think about everything. Like if you call everyone a legend, you devalue the word legend. That's what I'm saying. It's like calling Vince Carter a legend in basketball. He's not a legend. He's done some legendary individual things, like some of his games in North Carolina, legend. Jumped over a Frenchman in the I don't know, it was Olympics or trials. Or like, yeah, it was either Olympics or it was one of the other events the U.S. does. World Championships, maybe one or the other. Dunk contest when he put his arm in the rim, did a 360, all that legendary event. But he's a legendary dunker, but he's not a legendary basketball player.
I think you should watch some conceited rap battles and then come back to the table. Because you can argue it. He has, I don't know how many bouts under his belt. You can argue it. That's how I'll put it. Because I wouldn't have him in there.
Would anyone?
But I just don't like him. But I don't like him because of sneakers.
Would anyone who's in that group call him a legend or say he's up there?
See, I think they would. That's the thing. Like him, Hitman Holla.
What would Daylight say?
Probably. Maybe. He might, because that's their world. Like, to them, like, that's before him. Conceited before him. Like, he's around there. Not by much, but, like, Conceited is considered a veteran of battle rap. Hitman Holler, a veteran of battle rap. You know, I think that a lot of them would. You know, I'm thinking about K-Shine. I'm thinking about a lot of them, like, they probably would, maybe. But it might be out of more respect than, like, maybe how they feel. But I feel like some of the people that they would call a legend, like, still rap with them. Like, Conceited doesn't do much now, if any at all. So, I don't know. But, like, battle rap is so weird now. I don't know. Anyways, I don't got nothing else, though, unless you got something else, all right, let's get that guy.
No, but people can debate the legend thing. I mean, to me, it's just not worthy of that tag.
We might have to talk about that.
What's the last legendary NBA player? Like who's retired? I guess Kobe.
Would you consider Barkley a legend? David Robinson a legend?
I think I would have to, no, because Tim Duncan would be over David Robinson for me. But I think if you're asking me who's like top 25, I think I would actually have to like sit down and write it down. I wouldn't just be able to do off the top like who's top 25 NBA players.
We might have to do that next week or whenever you come back.
Because Tim Duncan is definitely over David Robinson. There's no question.
I mean, David Robinson wouldn't have a championship unless Tim Duncan came. He either got, 2, 3 out of them?
Shaquille O'Neal, legend.
Of course. Alonzo Mourning, legend?
No.
No, not even close. Nah, he's not. Okay. There's a lot of legendary big men.
Oh, by the way. Okay, and I've been saying Shy, and maybe his name's really Shay. I don't know. Someone correct me on this. I said Shy, but I hear people say Shay all the time. In the NBA voting, they had him as like in the starter.
For All-Star?
Yes.
Somebody must be mad.
They said like he probably is not going to end up winning out over whatever, but that just tells you what the level of respect right now for Shay, whatever people want to call his name.
I want to talk about that too, All-Star weekend, because a lot of stuff changed for All-Star. There's a few things I want to talk about. All right, that's it, man. Let's get out of here. Let's see this.